So what's up guys, this is just an introductory video about the CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So basically this is just a brief introduction about the CSS, where CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, which I have already told you guys in the previous slide. And now comes the advantage part of learning CSS. Okay, so the first advantage is creating the stunning websites. So when it comes to the creating the stunning websites, CSS handles the look feel part of the web pages, and using CSS you can control the color of the text, the style of the fonts, the spacing between the paragraph, how columns are sized, laid out, what background image or the color you should be using, then the layout design, and the various ways in which you could display for different devices, and you could even show the content according to the size or the screen size of a device. Okay, so basically this is all about the creating stunning website. And the next is becoming a web designer. Okay, so if you want to start a career as a professional web designer, HTML and the CSS designing is a must skill, and HTML is like a foundation, and when it comes to the CSS is like providing little bit more information about styling and appearance of your web page. Okay, and next is control web. When it comes to the control web, CSS is easy to learn and understand, but it provides a powerful control over the presentation of the HTML document. Most common CSS is combined with the markup language, which is HTML or XHTML. Okay, so most of the time it's a good idea to make use of the CSS with the HTML. I will be showing you guys how to make use of the CSS with the HTML. We won't be looking at this aspect, which is XHTML. Next is learn other languages. Once you understand the basics of HTML and the CSS, then the other related technologies like the JavaScript, PHP or the Angular are it will be a little bit easier for you all to learn those languages. So it is a must, and it is required to learn HTML and the CSS before going to learn any of these languages like the JavaScript, PHP, Angular, or even the jQuery or jQuery mobile. And next comes the application part of the CSS. When I'm talking about the application part, CSS saves time. Okay, so you can write the CSS once and then reuse the same sheet in the multiple HTML pages. You can define the style for each HTML element and apply it to as many web pages as possible. Okay, so this is like the reusability. You could copy paste the CSS file, and you could make use of that CSS file at some other places. And next application part is pages loads. Pages will be loading faster. If you are using CSS, you do not need to write the HTML tag attribute every time. Just write one CSS rule of tag and apply it to all the occurrences of that tag. So less code means faster download time, and pages will be executed with much better efficiency. The next application of CSS is easy maintenance. To make a global change, simply change the style and all the elements in all the web pages will be updated automatically. Next is superior style to HTML. CSS has a much wider array of attributes than HTML, so you can give a far better look to your HTML page in comparison to the HTML attributes. Okay, so when it comes to the CSS is like a plus point to your web page designs. Only knowing HTML won't be helpful. You should be also having knowledge about the CSS. Next is global web standards. Okay, so now HTML attributes are being deprecated and it is being recommended to use CSS. So it's a good idea to start using CSS in all the HTML pages to make them compatible to the future browsers. It's always preferred, or it is always recommended by most of the developers to make use of the CSS along with the HTML and not just the HTML. Okay, so when it comes to the CSS, it provides a good presentation to your web page. And that's it guys. Thanks for watching. This was all about the CSS. See you guys in my next video. Until that, stay tuned.
So what's up guys, welcome to HTML course, and in this class we will be looking at what code editor that or code or the text editor we should be making use of. And in my course I'll be either making use of the Visual Studio Code or Notepad++. Okay, so directly go to your favorite web browser and type out over there Notepad++, download. And this is the option what you'll be getting. You could directly go to this option and you could download and install Notepad++. And this is the latest one. Whatever you are comfortable with, just download and install it on your PC. And next code or the text editor that we will be making use of is Visual Studio Code. Okay, so basically these are the two code editors that are used by the people, and from my point of view Visual Studio Code is the best one. So just go to this website, or you could directly click on this button which is download Visual Studio, and click on this download button, and it will be getting downloaded, and after that you just have to install it. Okay, so now let me show you how to create a file with these code editors. So this is the Notepad++ which is already installed by me. Now let me show you how to work with this. uh, After coming to this, click on file, then click on new, and this is the new file what is made by me. Now again click on file, then click on save as, and wherever you want to save this file, you could save that file anywhere. Let me just save this file on the desktop. I'll be clicking on the desktop and I will be saving this file on the desktop. Okay, so first of all you should be giving the name to your file. I'll be giving name as the first, and .html should be the extension. Okay, so if you are like not giving this extension, your code will not be executing. And from this save type, click on all types and save. Okay, and this is how you will be creating your very first file. And if I'm like going to the desktop, then this is that file. Okay, so you should be seeing the symbol of your browser or the whatever browsing tool that you are using. My default browser tool is Chrome, because of which I'm getting this Chrome symbol. If I'm opening this, it will, that file will be opened up in the Chrome. Okay, so this is how that code is working. And now another tool is this Visual Studio Code. First of all, let me show you how to write a code over here. Okay, okay, so let me just cover the writing of code and all in my next class, but as of now this is what we will be looking at. And now let me just introduce you to the Visual Studio Code. This is that software what is downloaded by me. Just open this particular software. Okay, so after opening, this is how that code editor would be looking. So what you could do is, if you want to access files and all, then you could do that from this place. But before that, let me show you a few things that you should be installing. Okay, so there are few snippets that you should be installing inside of the software, which will be helping you to write code a little bit faster. Okay, so just directly go to the search option and type out HTML, and just wait for a while. And these are some of the snippets that you will see which you should be installing. So this is the first snippet, which is a HTML snippet what is installed by me. Then the HTML CSS support, just type out these names over here, and you will be getting this option. Then okay, so now this first, second, third, fourth, fifth and the sixth, I have already installed these six snippets. And since I've installed them, because of which I'm not getting install button over here. Okay, I have not installed this particular snippet, because of which I'm getting install button over here. You just have to click on this button and it will be getting installed. Okay, so now let me show you this first snippet what I have over here. So as can be seen, I'm getting this button which says uninstall, because I've already installed it. And now if suppose I want to uninstall this, then I will be clicking on this button and it will be removed. Okay, so now let me show you this particular snippet, which is HTML preview. And now if I want to install this, I'll be clicking on this install, and it will take a little bit of time for the snippet to get installed on this Visual Studio Code software. And as can be seen, it is installing, and after installation I'll be this install button will be going, and that means this has been installed. Okay, so this is how you should be installing these snippets. Just type out this names over here. First type out HTML snippet, then HTML CSS support. Then if you want to install this also, you could do this, but as of now these 2 to 3 snippets are important, so just install them. Okay, So now after that, what you have to do is click on files, click on new file. Okay, and let me just minimize this. And this is the new file, which is untitled one, which is created over here. Now again click on this file and click on save as. Now you just have to select the position or the place where you want to save this file. Okay, so again I'll be saving this file on the desktop. Wherever you want to save this, you can save this here. If you want to save this inside of downloads, you could do that. If you, and again I want to, if I want to select save this file inside of the junk, then I could do that as well. But as a beginner, it is always a good practice to practice on the desktop rather than these complex spaces. So I'll be giving the name to this file as a second, and extension is same, which is .html, and select this as the all files and click on save. Okay, so now that file will be saved. Now the beauty of installing these snippets is that it will be auto completing your code and helping you to write code a little bit faster. Okay, so now you just have to type the exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is basically the shift button, and the after, I mean, just press and hold shift button and click on one, and after that you'll be getting the exclamation mark over here. After that click on this, and as can be seen, it has automatically returned this basic HTML code for me. Okay, so basically this is the basic HTML code which is required at each and every step. So this basic code is automatically written by this software. So this is the beauty of making use of Visual Studio Code. And now I'll be making use of the header. Okay, let me just now I'll be making use of the header h1. I'll be saying header h1. Now this is automatically coming over here. Click on this. I'll be writing hello world over here, sorry. And as can be seen, I'm getting this number 1 over here. This is because I have not saved this file. Click on save, or you could even do control plus yes, and that file will be saved. And this is that second file. Just click on it and it will be opening in the browser, and now we are getting this output as a hello world. Okay, so basically this is how these things are working. Just make use of the notepad plus plus or Visual Studio according to your need. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about the code editors. From my point of view, you should be working with the Visual Studio Code. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class. In this class we will be looking at the background. Okay, so what you could do at the background, or what you could do to the background of the background of your HTML page. So let me just type out the code. First I'll be making use of a header. This is the header, and after that I'll be making use of the division, and inside the division I'll be making use of the paragraph. Okay, so basically when it comes to the paragraph, now as can be seen, it is like automatically like creating the opening and the closing tag for me. I just don't have to write the separate opening and the closing tag. Okay, so this is the good use of making use of the Visual Studio Code, because it is automatically completing your code. This is the first para, and now I'll be copying this line. Okay, and I'll be pasting it over here, and this will be my second para. Okay, so now what you have to do is, I'll be making use of the internal CSS. Internal, when it comes to the internal CSS, you will be making use of the style tag. So now inside the style tag, what I have to do is, now if I'm like saving this code with control plus s, and if I'm opening this page with my Chrome, then this is the output what I'm getting. Okay, this is the header, this is the first para, this is the second paragraph. Now if I want to apply color to this first element, which is a header h1, then what I'll do is I will call that header over here. Then I will open and make use of the open and the close curly bracket, and after that I will be saying background color. Okay, and I will be giving whatever color that I want. Currently I'm giving red. If I'm just saving this, control plus s, and if I'm refreshing this page, then I'm getting background color as red. Okay, so this is how you should be giving the color. And now if I want to give the background color to this division, then what I will do, I will come down below, and I will say div, and I will again make use of the open and close curly bracket. Then I will say background color, and I will give the background color as aqua. And if I want to give the background color to this paragraph, then I could do that over here. I will say P, I will open and close, make use of open close curly bracket, then again the background color, and then I will say something like blue. Okay, so now what this will do is it will be giving the color to all these elements. If I'm going and refreshing this page, then this is how the code is working. Okay, this is the header h1, and on header h1 we have applied the background color as red, because of which we are getting this red color. And inside the division we have two paragraphs. Okay, so this entire division has been given the aqua color, the outer division, and to both of this paragraph blue color is given. Okay, so this is the first paragraph and this is the second paragraph for which we are getting the blue color. So okay, so this is how this thing is working, which is the background color. And now comes the background image. And now suppose if I want to give the image to this background, then I could do that as well. Okay, so directly go to the Google and type out whatever image that you want to give, and I'll be going to the image section over here. And now suppose I want to give this as an image, then I'll be opening this image, and I'll be right clicking and I will say copy image address. Okay, and if you want to give the image to this entire page, I mean to entire background, then you should be doing that with the body tag. Okay, so what you have to do is just come just above the closing tag of the style and just say body tag, and you should be saying background image. Okay, so this is that option, which is background image, and after that we should be giving the URL, which is this element, and just copy paste the URL whatever that you have copied. Okay, so copy that URL of the image from the Google, and it is going a little bit off track, and this is the place where you should be copy pasting it. And now just save this code and refresh this page. Okay, so now we are getting this image, we are getting this multiple images because that's a small image. It is this small. If that image was a little bit big, then it would have actually covered the entire place. Okay, so this is how you could give the background image, but currently as of now, let me just remove this image. Okay, so it is like really going off track, so I'll be removing this background image. Okay, so let me show you one more thing with this background image. I should have not removed it, so let me just make use of background image, then the URL, and I'll be copy pasting that URL over again. And let me show you one more thing. Now if I'm like coming down below over here, and if I don't want this image to repeat everything, I mean everywhere, then I'll be saying the background repeat, and I'll be giving the value as a no repeat. That means I don't want this background image to repeat over again and again. And if I'm just saving this code and coming and refreshing, and as can be seen that image is not repeating. And if I want to give the position to this image, then I could do that as well. I'll be saying background position, which is this one, and whatever position that you want to give, you could give that. I'll be saying top right. Okay, so this is how you could give the image position, which will be like shown on the top right hand side, which is this top and the right hand side. If you are saying bottom right and saving this code and refreshing this page, is not shifting to bottom right. Okay, so it is not shifting to the bottom because currently there is only this much of content on our HTML page, so because of which it is not going down below. Now let me just replicate this content, and there should be a lot of content inside the body, and because of that it was like not going down below. And now as can be seen, this is the height of our body now, and now it has positioned itself at the bottom right hand side. Okay, so initially our body was this big only because only this much of content was there inside of our body, and because of which that image was not shifting, but as of now it is shifting. So just make sure that you are making use of this positioning, and just know all these attributes, properties and the values really very well. And Visual Studio will be helping you to auto complete everything, so you don't have to be worried about anything. You could give the link of URL over here, and everything will be sorted out. Okay guys, so this was all about the background about CSS. So thanks for watching, and you will find these files linked with this video, so you could directly go through this source code and check out how things are working over here. Okay, so thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class, and in this class we will be looking at borders. Okay, so how we could give border to any element. So let's get started. I'll be making use of the division first, and inside of the division I'll be putting some content. Okay, so first what I'll do is I will make use of the paragraph, and inside paragraph I'll put some text. Let me just make this thing ready. Okay, so these are the two paragraphs which I added by me over here. So basically this is a text which I picked up from the Google just to make this thing look something like what is present over here. So basically this is the content of Wikipedia what I picked up. So now let's get started, and what I'll do is I will show you how to give the border to this content. Okay, so I will be directly going to the style tag, and what I will do is I will call my or apply these properties on the division. So I'll be calling division, and I'll be saying uh, border. Okay, so I will be making use of the border over here, and I will be saying border as 5 pixels. And if I'm just saving and refreshing my page. Okay, so I'm not getting because I have forgotten to add the other parameters. So I'll be saying 5 megapixels solid, and after that I'll be giving the color. I am giving the red color. I'm saving and refreshing this page. Now I'm getting this border. Okay, so this is the 5 megapixel. This width of this border is 5 megapixel, which is red in color and which is solid. And if I am saying something like dotted over here, and if I'm just saving and refreshing this page, then I'm getting dotted line. And if I'm just saying dashed, then line would be something like dashes. Okay, so this is the dashed border. So basically there are different type of the borders that you people could give. Okay, so now let me just move on to the next part. And these are the two paragraphs. This is the first paragraph and this is the second paragraph. Now what I'll do is I'll be making use of the concept known as a class, and I will be giving this class to this first paragraph as p1, and when it comes to the second I will be giving the class as p2. Okay, so these are the two classes which are given by me. And now what I'll do over here is I will say p dot p1 because this is also a paragraph of and element is p, so this will be the conflict. So I have given the classes. So for this first paragraph I have given the class as p1, and for second paragraph I have given the class as p2. Okay, so whenever I want to apply any properties to this particular first element, then I should be calling this first paragraph as p dot p1. Okay, and whenever I want to if I want to call the second paragraph, then I'll be saying something like p dot p2. Okay, so this is how you should be applying the properties, and always make sure that you are opening and closing this bracket. Okay, so now if I'm saying something like uh, border, and something like 2 pixels solid green. Okay, and for the second paragraph I will just go over here and I will say border, which is 3 pixels dashed, and I will give the color as blue. Okay, so now if I'm just saving this, coming over here and refreshing this page, then this is how I am getting the output. Okay, so this is how you could do. This is the what I have done over here. This is the concept of the class, and there are two ways in which you could apply the properties to element. Okay, so one is through class and another one is through id. I'll be showing that in my other class, but as of now this is how things are working over here. And now I will be showing you guys how to make use of the another property, which is border. I will be saying border top. Okay, so now what this will do is this will apply the properties to the top border. Okay, and I will be saying top border is blue in color. If I'm just saving this and coming and refreshing this page, then okay, I forgot to give the color. Okay, so now what I've done is I have turned this top border to pink in color, and now what I will do is border at the bottom, which is a bottom border, will be, I want to turn it to something like black. Okay, I'll be turning it to black color, and even if I want to change the size of it, I can do that. I'll be saying 10 pixels, and instead of this you could even say solid. Okay, and if I'm just saving and refreshing this, then this is how I could even make changes. Whatever changes I want to make, I could do that with the help of this thing. Okay, so now if I want to give the border radius, okay, so I'll be saying border radius. Okay, so what this will do is this will be giving the border. Okay, so let me show you how this thing is working. I'll be giving the border as 5 pixels. If I'm just saving and refreshing this page, then I will be getting the border. Okay, as can be seen, there is a slight border. If I am changing this to something like 25 and saving this and refreshing this page, then I'm getting 25 pixels round border sideways. Okay, so you could even make use of this particular attribute. If I just want to give the border to the, I mean border radius to one side only, then I could do that as well, I guess. I don't know, let me see. No, it is not working. Okay, so let me just try it another way. Border right, okay, so there are these options, which is border right and the border right color. Let me just choose this one, which is border top right radius, and if I'm just saving this and refreshing, now I'm getting this different value, which is only this border has been changed, which is top right. If I want, I could even say bottom right, and if I'm just clicking and saving this, then the bottom right border radius has been changed. Okay, so you could even implement these changes this way, the way you want. Okay, so this was all about the border radius. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you guys how to make use of the CSS3 generator. Okay, so directly go to the to your favorite web browser and type out CSS3 generator, and don't click on this first tab, click on the second tab which says css3gen.com, and it will be taking you to this website where you could generate the CSS code for any element. Okay, so now let me show you how to generate the shadow for a box. So click on this box shadow tab, and it will be taking you to this page, and now this is the box which is shown over here. Okay, so in which direction you want to give the shadow, you have to choose that first. Okay, so just change this direction in whatever direction that you want to change. Okay, so now let me just keep it over here only, or you could directly enter the value. Okay, no issues with that. and then comes the distance. Okay, so just change this distance. uh, Let me just keep it over here only, and then comes the opacity. Okay, so how much blurrier you want. I will change this value to this point. And next comes the RGB. Okay, I've told you all in the previous class how to get the RGB values. You could put that RGB value over here, so that the color of this shadow is changing, or you could slide this thing up and down, and you could adjust the shadow color. Okay, and this is the opacity, how opaque you want, and this is the blurriness. Okay, and let me just keep this value over here only, and let me change this to a little bit green. Okay, this much is fine. Okay, so now after applying all these things, this code has been generated. Okay, so this is the code for the shadow. Now what I'll do is I will go to my page. This is the code which I'm making use from the previous class. So this is the output of that code. Okay, so now let me show you how to add that shadow. So now what I'll do is I will apply that shadow on this outer division. So I will go to this outer division, and I will give the class. Okay, I will give class as c1, and in this style, just above the closing tag of style tag, I will say div dot c1, and I will be putting that generated code, the code which has been generated over here. I will copy this code, and I will put it inside over here. Okay, and if I'm just saving this with Ctrl plus S and going to my page and refreshing, then this is the shadow what I'm getting. Okay, so now if suppose I want to give the shadow to this first paragraph, then I could do that as well. So the only thing that I have to do over here is I just have to remove this div. Okay, I just need to keep this dot c1, and I want to give this class c1 to this first paragraph. Okay, so initially this is how it was. Now I'll be giving a little bit of space, and I will give c1 over here, c1. Okay, so you could make use of the multiple classes for one element. Now this particular element p1, paragraph p, first paragraph, is making use of the class p1 and class c1 as well. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will save this with Ctrl plus S, and I will come over here and refresh. Now these all properties which were applied to this outer division has been applied to this first paragraph as well. If I want to apply this property to the second paragraph, then I'll be giving a little bit of space, and I will say c1 over here also. Okay, so I will save this now, and I will come and refresh, and now that same property has been applied to this second paragraph. Okay, so this is how you could make use of the concept of the property, and you could give the shadow to the multiple elements. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class. In the previous class we have seen how to give the border and the border color and a different type of the borders, and in this class we will be looking at the margin. Margin is nothing but the spacing around a particular element. Okay, so now let me show you how this margin is. Okay, so this is my division, which is having the property as border of green color, which is this one. On this division I have applied this property, and now if suppose I want to give some spacing to outside of this particular division, then I could do that with the help of the margin. Okay, so now let me show you how that thing is working. What I will do, I will add a property known as a margin over here, and I will give the value as 10 pixels, and I will save this. I will come over here and I will refresh it. Okay, so now as can be seen from the top, this is 10 pixels. From the left it's 10 pixels, from the right it's a 10 pixel, and from the bottom I'm not getting any space, because at the bottom there is no other element. Okay, so if there was any other element, then it would have separated itself from that particular element up to the space of 10 pixels. Now if I want to give the margin only to the top, then I'll be saying margin top, and from the top if I want to I suppose from the top I want to push this element up to some pixels down, like 200 pixels and all, then I'll be saying 200 pixels, and I'll be saving this and refreshing, and now this height is 200 pixels and it has been pushed down from the top. So this is all about the margin top, and now if I want to push this element from the left, then I will be saying margin hyphen left, and I'll be giving some value. Okay, so you could give value in the pixels em, then these are like different values. I always prefer to give value in pixels. From left I'll be sending it to 50 pixels. Okay, I'm saving and I'm refreshing, and this is the 50 pixels of space. Okay, so basically this is how margin is working. Margin is nothing but the space around the element, and there is one more concept named as a padding, which is basically the space inside of the element, which we will be looking in our next classes. So what's up guys, in the previous class we have seen about margin, and in this class we will be looking at the padding. Okay, so when it comes to the padding is nothing but the space inside the element, and this is that main element, which is division, which is this one, and inside division we have two paragraph, which is this is the first paragraph and this is the second paragraph. Okay, so now let me show you how to make this thing work. Okay, so what I'll do is I will come to my Visual Studio Code and to the style, and to division element I'll be applying some properties. Now what I'll do is I will make use of padding. Okay, so padding is basically just like margin. Now let me show you how this padding is working, and if I'm just giving the value as 5 pixels, if I'm just saving this and refreshing this page, as can be seen, there is 5 pixels of space what is given over here, which is from the top 5 pixels and the bottom 5 pixels. And this padding of the 5 pixels have also been added from the left hand side and the right hand side, but as of now it is not visible. I don't know for what reason, but this is how padding is working. If I want to apply padding only to, from the top hand side, then I'll be saying padding from top, and from the top I will give the padding as 35 pixels. Okay, so this is how you could do. And if I'm just coming and refreshing this, then this is the 35 pixels of padding. And if I want to give from the left hand side, then I'll be saying padding left, and I will give the padding as 40 pixels, and I'm just saving this and refreshing. Then this is the 40 pixels of the padding what I'm getting from the left hand side. Okay, so basically this is how padding thing is working. Padding is nothing but the internal space inside the element, and margin is external space, so how to give the spacing in between of the elements. Okay, so now if suppose I want to give the spacing between this paragraph and all, I could do that as well. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, so now I'll be applying properties to this two paragraph, which is paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. I'll be saying p dot p1. We have seen this previously how to do that, and I'll be also saying p dot p2, and I'll be also applying properties to this as well. Okay, so now I'll be giving the border to this first and second paragraph. So let me just copy this line. Okay, and I'll be pasting it over here and over here as well. But the thing is that I'll be making use of the different colors. I'll be making use of this red color over here, and for this I'll be making use of the yellow color. So now if I'm just saving this and refreshing my page, then this is how I'm getting the content over here. Okay, so now if I want to give the spacing between all these three elements, which is this is the division element, this is the paragraph p1 element, and this is paragraph p2 element. Now let me show you how to do that. Now what I'll do is I will be giving some spacing for this particular paragraph, the padding. So what I'll say is padding, I will give the padding of 10 pixels, and if I'm just saving and refreshing this, then I'm getting the padding of 10 pixels for this, and now it actually looks good. And if I want to give the padding for this, I'll be giving the padding as 25 pixels over here, and I will be saving and refreshing. So this is how I'm getting this thing. Okay, so now if I want to give the spacing between of these two elements, little bit of spacing, then what I could do is I can say margin hyphen bottom for this top element, and I could give some spacing, or I could say margin hyphen top for this paragraph P2, and I could use some top spacing. Okay, so what I'll do is I will apply that property on paragraph P1. I will say margin hyphen bottom, and I'll be giving the spacing as a 30 pixels, and now I'll be getting 30 pixels of space over here. Okay, so if I'm just refreshing, then as can be seen, I'm getting 30 pixels of space. So basically this is how you could make use of the spacing, and if I want to give spacing over here, then I could do that as well. I would be saying uh, margin hyphen it's on the right hand side, and from right hand side I'll pushing it to 30 pixels. Just save it and refresh. Okay, so this is how you could mess with things, and the content inside will be adjusting itself automatically. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was the concept of margin, padding, and the classes. See you all guys in my next class. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class. In the previous class we have seen about the margin and padding. In this class we will be looking at height and the width. Okay, so as can be seen over here, this is the first paragraph, this is the second paragraph, which are inside this main division. And now if suppose I want to change the width and the height of this paragraph or division, I could do that over here. Okay, so now let me show you how to do that. Okay, so this is the division which is this green color, which is having this green color border, and inside of which I'm having this paragraph red color and the yellow color. And now if suppose I want to change this height of this division to greater than this height, then I could do that. What I'll do is I will be going to this property of the division, and I'll be saying I will be giving the height property, and you could give height in terms of the percentage also, and in terms of pixels as well. Okay, so what I'll say is I'll be giving the height as a 80%, and if I'm just saving this and refreshing this page, okay, so percentage is not working inside the division, but it was supposed to be working, but I don't know for what reason it is not working. Let me just try again. Still it is not working. So it is always a good idea to give the height of it in terms of the pixels. So I'll be saying 800 pixels, and if I'm just saving and refreshing this, then now the height has been changed to 800 pixels, as can be seen over here. So this is how you could change the height, and if you want you could even change the width over here. Okay, so now if I want to change the width of this paragraph to something like 50 pixels, then I could do that from this thing. So now if I'm just going to the top and refreshing, then this is the 50 pixels height of the paragraph P1, and it is going out of the boundary. Okay, so just make sure that you are not making such mistakes. So now let me just change this to something like 400, and if I'm just saving this, and now it is getting getting in place. Okay, so this is how you could change the width. And if you are like minimizing this, and if I'm just moving the or changing the size of the screen, as can be seen it is going out. Okay, so it is going out of this thing, and as I'm changing the screen size, the content is getting this content is adjusting itself automatically. Okay, just have a look. Okay, so now if you are like developing application for the mobile apps and all, then it is always a good idea to make use of attribute known as the maximum hyphen width or the maximum hyphen height. Okay, so this will help you in adjusting the content on your screen. Okay, so if I'm like now I'm doing this, still it is getting the same error. Okay, so now let me just change the width to 500 pixels, that you could so that you could actually see how things are working. I'm just increasing the width, and if I'm just going and refreshing this page, then width has been changed to 500, and if I'm just trying to adjust, then as can be seen, now this element is adjusting itself. So it is always a good idea to give the attribute of maximum width and the maximum height instead of height or width. Okay, so whenever you are giving maximum height or maximum width, it will be automatically adjusting itself. So whenever, like, if you are taking my Cordova app development course, in that, whenever you are giving height or width, make use of the maximum width or the maximum height attribute. Okay, so this was all about the height and width, guys. Thanks for watching. So what's up, guys, welcome to the CSS class. In this class we will be looking at the how we could modify text. Okay, so this was the output of our text, which I have shown you all in my previous class. Let me show you how to modify this text. Okay, so if I want to change the color of this text to something like blue and all, then I could do that with the help of the CSS properties. Okay, so this is the first paragraph. I'll be going to the first paragraph over here, and I'll be applying properties at this point. Okay, so what I'll do is I will make use of the color property, and I will say color as I'll give this as a color. Okay, I don't know what color is that, carrot blue, and I'll be saving and refreshing my page. Okay, so now carrot blue color has been applied to this particular paragraph. So now if I want to give the spacing between of these words, then I could do that as well. So what I will do is I'll come down below and I will say word spacing, and whatever word spacing that I want to give, I could give. I will be giving small spacing like 5 pixels. I will save and I will refresh. Okay, so now as can be seen, the space between the words have been changed. And next property that I'll be showing you is letter spacing. Okay, so if I want the space between these letters, then I could do that over here. So I'll be applying that property to the second paragraph. I'll be saying letter spacing, and I will give some letter spacing as 3 pixels and all. I will save. I will come over here and I will refresh. Okay, so as can be seen, there is a lot of space between the letters have been given over here. And now if suppose I want to align the text. Okay, so if I want to align text at the center, right, left, I could do that as well. I will be giving the text align property, and there are few values over here, which is center and justified. It is always good to use 3 values, which is center, left, and the right. I will be giving this first value, which is center. I will save. I will come over here and I will refresh. Okay, so as can be seen, all the content have been aligned at the center. If I am saying it as a right, and I'm saving and refreshing, all the content have been shifted to the right hand side. This is working as a margin right now, and as can be seen, everything has been shifted to the right. You could shift everything to the left also. Okay, just refresh it and everything has been shifted to the left hand side. Okay, so basically this is how this property is working. And now if suppose you want to give some height in between of this first line and the second line, then you could do that as well. Okay, so what you could say is line height. Make use of the line height, and I will say line height as 8 pixels. I will save. I will come over here and I will refresh. So as can be seen, it is getting congested. It is really very small space now. If I want to change this, I will give value as 20, save and refresh, and now I am getting a bigger size. Okay, so this is how you could even change the space between the two lines. And now if I want to give the shadow of the text, then I could do that, and I will show you how to give the shadow of the text for the second paragraph. So I will come over here to the properties of the second paragraph and I will say text shadow. Okay, text shadow, and I will say I will be giving the shadow 2 pixels from the top and 3 pixels from the right, and I will give the color as red. Okay, so this is from the top right, it will be red in color. I will save this. I will come over here and I will refresh this page. Okay, so as can be seen, from the top hand side it's 2 pixels, and towards the right it's 3 pixels, and the shadow is red in color. If I want to push this shadow to the right hand side little bit, then I will give the value as 10, and it will be pushing itself towards the right hand side. Okay, sorry, top bottom side, this value is for the bottom. So this will be pushing towards the right hand side, and this value will be pushing to the text or the shadow towards the bottom side. So if I want to make it 5 pixels, then if I'm just refreshing this, then it's going to be seeing it is pushing towards the right hand side. So this is how you could even make use of the text shadow the way you want. So thanks for watching. This was all about the text decoration. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class. In this class we will be looking at fonts. Okay, so how we could change the font of this text. So let me just apply the font property on this first paragraph. So I'll be going to the properties of the first paragraph. I will say font, and I'll be selecting the font, and these are the values. You could make font bold, bolder, capital, italic, large, lighter. These are the different values what you're getting. So whatever value that you want to choose, you could choose. If I want to change the font to italic, then I could do that. If I'm just saving this, coming over here and refreshing, okay guys, there is a small mistake. It's font style, and it's italic. Okay, so if I'm just saving and refreshing, then this the text has been changed to italic. And now if I'm saying font family, then these are the different families of the font. You could choose whatever you want. Let me just go with this one. So now as can be seen, there are three families, which is Arial, Helvetica, and the sans serif. What will happen is, if this font family is not installed in your PC, then this will be this value will be applied on the text. If this is not installed on your PC, then this will be applied. Okay, so this is how this font family concept is working. If I'm just saving, coming over here and refreshing, then this is how these properties will be applied. Okay, and now if I'm saying font weight, then this will be adding some weight to it. Okay, if I want to make it bold, I could do that. Just save it and refresh. As can be seen, now the text has been changed to bold. Okay, so guys, this is how you could apply these properties and the values on the text, and this is how you should be making use of the font. So just explore these things. It is always a good idea to make use of the Visual Studio Code, because this Visual Studio Code makes your things easier, because you don't have to remember all the properties and the values. It will be automatically suggesting you and auto helping you to auto complete your code. Okay, so your first preference should be Visual Studio Code. Just go and make use of it, and thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class, and up till this point we have covered the fonts, and now let me show you how to make use of the icons in your web page. Okay, so when it comes to the making use of the icons, we will be going to make use of the Fleticon. Okay, so directly go to the favorite web browser, and type out Fleticon over there. Okay, so this is the first website from where you could get icons for your website, and there is one more, which is font awesome. Directly go to the fontawesome.com, and let me show you how to make use of the icons present over here. Okay, so first we will be going to the font awesome. So let's just wait for a while until unless these websites are not getting loaded. Okay, so after coming to the font awesome, click on the docs. So basically this is the documentation if you want to refer, and this tells about how to integrate those icons with your website and all. So just directly go down below, and this will be telling you guys how to integrate this font awesome files with your project, if you are like downloading those files on your PC. But as of now we won't be making use of that. I have already I will be making use of these icons from online website. So I have already integrated link of that website over here. You will be getting this project linked with this video, so you could directly download and make use of that. So now just go to this website, and click on icons. Okay, so after going to this place, after going to the icons, you just have to select what icon you want. Just wait for a while. Okay, so over here you could directly type out the name of the icon that you want, or you could directly select whatever icon that you want from this category. Okay, so now if suppose I want to show this icon of Adobe, then I'll be clicking on this, and it will be giving me the name of that icon. Okay, so let me show you how to make use of that. Okay, so you just have to copy this line, just click on it and it will be getting copied. And now if suppose I want to put that icon inside of this paragraph p1, then I will be pasting that code over here, saving this, and I will be going over here and refreshing my page. Okay, so that icon was not working, so I have made use of the second icon. So I'll be pasting it over here, I'll be saving, and I will refresh it over here. So this is that icon what I have downloaded, which is icon of heart. So yeah, you could make use of these icons from this font awesome. And if you want to make use of the icons of Flaticon, then you could do that as well. Just go through these icons what are present over here, and I suppose I want to make use of this icon over here, which is basically a mirror kind of a thing. Then let me show you how to do that. Okay, now this is another website which is Flaticon. You could search icons over here, and you could get them. So now let me show you how to show the icons of the Flaticon. So go to your code, okay, and make use of the image tag. And in place of the source, you have to just give the address of that image. Okay, so now this is the image what I want to show. Just if you want, you could download that image, but I won't be downloading it. I will be making use of it address. So copy the image address and paste it inside this source attribute. Okay, just save this and come to your page and refresh. And now we are getting this image. This image is a little bit big, so we are getting this bigger in size. But if you want, what you could do is you could change the size over here. Okay, so click on this button. I'll be choosing 32 size, then click on free download. Okay, so now that image has been downloaded, just open that image. So this is that image. I just have to cut that image and I have to put it on the desktop because my file is on the desktop. So I'll be going to the desktop, I'll be pasting it over here, and this is that image, by the way. I'll be renaming it to m1. Okay, and just make sure that you are noting the file type. Okay, so just click on properties, and the file type is of .png. So I'll be again going to my code, and I will be removing all these things, and I'll be saying m1.png, and I'll be saving this, and I'll come over here and I will refresh my page. Okay, so now that icon size has been reduced because I have downloaded that image with little bit smaller size. Okay, so this is how you could make use of the icons. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class. In this tutorial we will be looking at how to display images. Okay, so this is like a card kind of a thing in which we are displaying image, and there is some information beneath the image related to that particular image. Okay, and as can be seen, this is responsive. I mean, as the width of the screen is getting increase or decrease, they are adjusting themselves automatically. As can be seen, now they have changed their position to down below. Okay, so this is responsive representation of images. Now let me show you the code. Okay, so basically let me just directly go to the body. Inside of body I have declared one division, and I've given the class as a gallery. Okay, and inside of that division I have made use of one anchor tag to display the image and one division to write the description. Okay, so if I am like looking at this particular piece of code, this entire division is just to show this one particular image and this description. Okay, and this next division is to display this content. Okay, and as can be seen now, there is this third division, and this is the fourth division. In total there are four divisions present over here. Now let me just go to this first division, for which I have given the class as a gallery, and inside of that I am using making use of the anchor tag to display the image. Okay, I have given the target as blank. This is just value which I have given, and this is the link. Okay, so this is the link of my image. My image is stored inside the img folder, and name of the image is m1.jpg. If I'm going inside my img, then there is one image which is m1.jpg, and this is again the image what I'm showing over here. Okay, so I'm making use of the image tag to show the image. I have given the source as image. Inside the image folder there is m1.jpg. This is the link of that image. I've given the alt. You could give the alt whatever you want. Okay, so if that image is not displayed, then this text will be shown in place of that image. And I've given the width of that image as 600 and height is given as 400. So basically this is how things are working over here. Okay, so this is the width of the image, this is the 600 width, and this is the 400 of height. And next, this is the division. Okay, to the division I've given the class as a desc, which is a description, and this is the description. Whatever description that you want to put over here about the image, then you could do that by adding that description over here, and the description will be appearing beneath that image. Okay, so now let's just try to make some changes. This is the description. Okay, so description what we have beneath our image, and now suppose I want to give the heading, then I could do that. Let me just make this thing look a little bit better. So this is the division for the description. I will make use of the header h1 over here, and I will say car. Okay, and if I'm just saving this and refreshing my page, then this is how I'm getting this thing. And now if I want to give the horizontal line, then I could make use of the hr tag. If I'm just saving and refreshing, then this is the horizontal line what I'm getting over here. Okay, so now what you could do is you could do the same thing for these images also. Okay, and if you want to show the icon and all, then you could do that as well. Okay, so now if suppose I want to show icon beside this header tag, then I will be making use of the image. I will be making use of the image tag, and this student.png what you see, this is basically the small icon, so I will be making use of it. I will giving the address as image hyphen student, and if I'm saving and coming over here and refreshing this thing, then this is how I'm getting. So basically this icon is a little bit blurrier because this is really very small and it has been extracted to show itself in a bigger way. Okay, so just let's ignore this thing. Let me just remove this because it is not giving a very good look over there. If you want to show the small content, then you could make use of the header h5. If I'm just saving and refreshing my code, then this is how I'm getting. Okay, you could make use of the header h4, and the I think h3 will be fine. Okay, I'm making use of the h3. Save and refresh this, and I think this is almost fine. You could replicate these changes to these other images, I mean this other description, and see how things are working. Okay, and now if you want to put some more images, then just copy this block. Okay, and paste this down below. And the only changes for you to make is this thing, the description and the link of the images. You could even provide the external images, and it will work absolutely fine. Okay, so now let me just make use of the image fifth, and I will change this to fifth, and if I'm saving and refreshing this, then I'm getting one more image over here. Okay, so this is how you could make this thing work. Currently I'm getting this height little bit upside down because these images are not of same width and height, and because of which I'm getting this error. This is actually not the error, by the way, but these images are adjusting itself automatically. And now let's just move to the CSS part. So this external I mean the division, which this entire division to which we have given the class as a gallery, this is the CSS code for that gallery. Okay, we have given the margin as 5 pixels. Margin is basically the space between of these divisions, and if I'm just increasing this to 7 pixels, if I'm just saving, and if I'm now refreshing, then there will be a little bit more space over here. Okay, so as can be seen, now I'm getting a little bit extra space. And border is basically the this border, small border, what you see, uh, this 1 pixel is basically the thickness of that border. If I'm just saying 3 pixels, then border of the 3 pixels will be given. We have already seen this in previous classes how things are working. And we have done the float property as a left. Okay, so this all these divisions will be floating at the left hand side. As can be seen, this is at the left, this is at the left, and this is also, everything is at the left hand side. If I'm just giving this property to the right, and if I'm just saving this and coming and refreshing my page, then everything is shifted to the right hand side. Okay, so this is basically the floating property. And we have given the width as a 180 pixel. 180 pixel is basically the width from this to this length. If you want, you could even change the width the way you want. And next is we have given the hover property. Okay, hover property is basically whenever any user will be hovering on this division, this properties will be applied. Okay, when I'm taking my cursor on the division, the border is about radius, I mean the width of the border is reduced to 1 pixel, and it is solid in color, and this is the color what is applied. Okay, now let me show you how these things are working. If I'm just turning my border to red color, and if I'm just if I want to change the width of the border to 5 pixel when I'm taking my mouse over it, then I could do that. If I'm just saving this code and refreshing my page, now if I'm like taking the cursor on this division, it will be changing its border width and the color. Okay, now it can be seen it has it has changed its color and width as well. Okay, so this is how these properties are applied. And this is the image. Okay, inside division dot gallery, this is the division and this is the class gallery, inside of which we have this image. Okay, so this is like going from the outside to the inside. So this is the outer element in this class, and inside of which we have the image. So this is how you should be calling the elements. Okay, we have given the width as 100% and height is given as auto. So if you are like saying this height something like 400 pixels and all, and if I'm just coming and refreshing, then all the images are of height 400 pixels. Okay, so this is how you could change the pixel size. If I'm just giving the value as 100 and refreshing, then now all of them are of height 400 pixels. Okay, so initially it was auto, and if when you give the value as auto, they will be taking the shape of their original image. And next is description. Okay, so description is basically this part. Division and class is the description, and we have given the padding as 15 pixels, and we are aligning text at the center. Okay, so when we say text align center, all the text will be aligned at the center of the block. And padding is basically the outer spacing, what I have already taught you all in my previous class. So basically this is how you could display the images on your website. So thanks for watching, and you could make use of this code. I'll be giving this code with this video. Just make sure that you are downloading this resource and making use of it. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you all guys in my next class. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class. In this class we will be looking at the different positionings. Okay, so now as can be seen on my screen, there is one code. Okay, so inside the body I have one header, and I have added a lot many paragraphs over here, so that I am getting output something like this, because in this I'll be showing you guys how the things are working. Okay, so now let me show you how to make this thing work. So basically, when it comes to the positioning, this is a division what I have over here, which got class as a static, and to this division I have given the position as a static, and border is 3 pixel solid green in color. When it comes to the positioning, static is a default positioning, and currently we are not looking at it because it is just a default case. Even if you are like giving position static to any division or element, it will not affect in any way. Okay, so just for the sake of considering, I'm just showing you guys how things are working. Okay, so now let me just go to another positioning system. And next position is known as the relative. Okay, so now I'm just copying this piece of code and pasting it over here, and I will give the class as c2. Okay, and I will give the position as relative. Okay, and when it comes to the relative position, whatever value that is given by you, like now if I want to position this paragraph p2, I will give the class as c2 over here. Okay, and I will be giving the class c2, and I will give the position as relative, and from top I want this element as element at 10 pixels down, and from right I want this element as 25 pixels to the right hand side. Okay, if I'm just saving this code now, and if I'm coming and refreshing my code, then it is going a little bit off screen. Let me just see what is the problem. Okay, so now let me just apply that property on the this division and see. So I will make this as a c2, and I'm just saving and refreshing my page. Then I'm also getting the same error over here. Okay, so now let me show you how to position this element. Okay, so there was a little bit of error. So if I'm now saying I want to position this from the top 10 pixels down, and I'm saving this code and refreshing, this element is pushed a little bit down. And now if I'm just saving this as a 20 pixels, saving this and refreshing my page, then it is like still being shifted downwards. Okay, and now let me just give the width to it as I will give the width as 400 pixels, and if I'm just saving and refreshing my page, I'm not getting the width. And this is a width what I'm getting. And now if I'm just I want to shift this 25 pixels to the right, I will do that. And let me just refresh, and I'm just going to the right direction. Okay, and if I am saying this as left, I'm just saving this and refreshing my page, now it is moving to the left. Okay, so this is how things are working over here. You could make use of the positionings. Now let's just move to the another position. Okay, and the next position is fixed. Fixed means if even if I'm like scrolling the uh, page, that element will be fixed at that particular position only. So now let me just give two values over here. I will say bottom, and from bottom I will fix it at 0 pixels, and I will fix at the bottom right side, and I will make use of the right property and 0 pixels. Okay, so now this element what is present over here, it will be positioned somewhere over here. Okay, now I'm just refreshing this. Now it can be seen it is positioned down below, and even if I'm scrolling, it is sticking to the same position, which is bottom right hand side 0 0 position. If you want to shift it in the like if you want to change these values, then you could do that as well. If I'm just saying this as a top uh, top 10 pixels, and just saving and refreshing my page, Then as can be seen, it has moved its position to the top right hand side. And now if I'm just saying from the top it is at a 400 pixels down, then it will be moving a little bit down. If I'm saving and refreshing, then it has moved from top and side. This is the 400 pixels of height, so now it will be positioned over here only. Okay, even if I'm like scrolling, it is positioned at this height of 400 pixels from the top and the side 0. And the next position what we have is sticky position. As can be seen, now let me just target this particular division. If I'm like scrolling, this division is going off screen. Okay, so if I'm giving the position sticky to this, let me just do that. This is that second. Okay, so it's a second one. So this is the that paragraph. Let me just remove the class of this. So when it comes to this divisions, okay, now let me see which is the division. Okay, that is this one, C1. So now let me just go to the division C1 over here. Okay, or I will change this as a C1 and I will give the position as sticky, and from the top side I will position it as 0 pixels. Okay, if I'm just saving this and now if I'm refreshing my code, these are the properties which are applied to this. Now if I'm just scrolling, it is sticking to the top hand side. Okay, so if I'm like moving, now it has sticked. Okay, so it is sticking to the top hand side. When it will be going to the top direction, it will be sticking at the height of 0 pixels. And now if I'm just changing this height to 10, then it will be sticking at the height of the 10 pixels. Okay, so now let me just refresh this, and if I'm just going up, so this is the height of 10 pixels and it is sticking from the top end side. It is like sticking at the height of 10 pixels. Okay, so this is how you should be making use of the positioning. Currently this is really very confusing, but if you are giving it a try, experiencing or experimenting it by yourself, you will be able to understand how these positions are working. Okay, so thanks guys for watching. This was all about the positions in the CSS. So what's up guys, welcome to HTML class, and in this video we will be looking at a different HTML color codes, or how to make use of the color codes or colors in your HTML page. So directly go to the website and any of your favorite web browser and type out HTML color codes, and you'll be getting websites over here. Okay, so we just have to pick this first one, which is HTML color codes. Okay, this is the website from where we will be picking our color. If you are aware of any other website from where you want to take the colors, then you are free to do so. But let me introduce you guys to this website, which is htmlcolorcodes.com. And when it comes to the color codes, or making use of the color in our HTML page, you could directly give the name of the color as whatever color you want, whether you want green color, red color, or black color, purple color, pink color, blue color, whatever it is. You could directly give the name, or you could make use of HTML color codes. So basically there are three different type of the color codes. Okay, the first is HAX, which is hexadecimal codes, then the RGB, which stands for red, green and the blue, and HSL stands for, okay, and the HSL stands for hue, saturation and lightness or lightning. So basically these are additional three color codes that we could make use of. Now let me show you how to pick the color. Okay, so you could slide this slider up and down to get whatever color that you want. Okay, so now if I want the color code of this color, which is blue, then for blue this is the hexadecimal code, and this is the RGB code, and this is the HSL code what is given over here. Okay, and if you want to change this color even more, or whether you want to make it light or dark, then just move this black dot. Okay, and whatever color that you want, you could make it. Now if I want something like red or orange or yellow, whatever that you want. You could make that color from the slider, and you could move this dot around to get the perfect shade. And now if I want the color code of this color, then this is the hexadecimal code for this yellowish color, and this is the RGB color code, and this is a HSL code. Okay, and now if I am going down below over here, you could even pick any color from this. Now suppose I want this green color, then I'll be clicking on it, and now this green color is appearing over here. Okay, so this is the color code for that this green color, and this is the RGB, and this is the HSL value. Okay, so now if I want to get the value of this, then I'll be clicking on this, and now the color appears over here. This is the hexadecimal, RGB, and the HSL value. Okay, so this is how you could get the color codes. So basically this is what I was supposed to be teaching you guys in this particular video. So thanks for watching, and we will be learning about how to make use of these color codes in our tutorial. Okay, so thanks for watching and keep learning.
So what's up guys, welcome to CSS tutorial, and in this class we will see how to set the background. Okay, so I will create file named as background.html, and I will save this on the desktop, and now I will write my basic code. So now I'll be showing you guys how to change the background. Okay, so I will say this is my website. Basically this is my heading, and I will make use of the style tag, and inside of this style tag I will be applying the styling. Okay, so now let me just execute this file. I will double click on this file. So currently I'm getting this simple text which says this is my website. Now if suppose I want to change the color of this text, which is currently black in color, then I will go inside of my style, and I will say header h1, and I will make use of the open and the close curly bracket, and I will make use of the background color property, and I will give the color as sign. Okay, so whatever color that you want to give, you can give. And if I'm just refreshing my page, then I'm getting this background color. And if suppose I want to change the color of this text, then I can make use of the color property. I will say color, and I will give the color as a dark orange to my text. Okay, so basically this is just for practice purpose, and I will come over here and I will refresh, and now my text is orange in color and my background is bluish in color. Okay, so this is how you can apply the properties on the element. You just have to give the name of the element, and inside of the open the close curly brackets, you have to give the property and the value pair. Over here property is background color and value is sign, and property is color and value is dark orange. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will create one division over here, and to this division I will give the class. Okay, and I will give the class as div1. And now if suppose I want to apply the styling to this division, I will be applying the styling with the help of this class. So whenever we are applying some styling to some particular element through some class name, then we will be calling this class name by making use of the dot. I will say dot div1. Okay, and after that open and the close curly bracket, and inside of this we have to specify the properties and the values. And over here I will give the width as 100%, and I will give the height as 50%. Okay, and I want to give the background color as dark orange. Let's see what output we are getting. If I'm just coming over here and refreshing my page, I'm not getting anything. Okay, so let me just put some text. This is div. I will save this. Okay, so now I'm getting this division with the width is 100%, and it got some text over here, and background color is orange. But as of now I don't want this background color over here, and I'll put some text. Okay, so I will make use of the paragraph tag, and I will say lorem, and lorem 40. Okay, so when I make use of this lorem feature which is provided by Visual Studio Code, it just fetches me some dummy data. Okay, so if I'm saying lorem 40, then it will write some random 40 words inside of this paragraph. Now I will hit enter key, and now I'm getting this paragraph of 40 words. Now I will create one more paragraph over here, and I will say lorem 50. Okay, so now inside of this paragraph I will have the 50 words, and I will save this. I will come over here and I will refresh. Okay, so now this is my division, which is having two paragraphs. It would be better if I'm just giving color to this division. Okay, so I'll come over here and I will say background color, and I will give the background color as yellow green, and I will save this. Let me just say refresh. Okay, so now I'm getting this, but as I'm saying, there is no spacing between of these paragraphs and this division. So I will come over here and I will give padding. So when it comes to the padding is nothing but the internal spacing. Okay, so I will give the padding as 10 pixels, and I will save this. Now let me just tell you what is the use of the padding. Okay, so when I have given the padding as 10%, now I will 10 pixels, I will have some little bit of space over here. Okay, so as can be seen, now there is a little bit of space in all the directions, and now this looks much better. So now what I'll do, if suppose I want to give a background image to this division, then I will make use of this property known as the background image. I will remove this background color, and I will say background image, and it got a URL as a parameter, and inside of this URL you have to specify the URL of your image. Okay, so I'll go to unsplash URLs. So basically this is the first website where you have to go to the source unsplash, and from this place you can get some random image. Okay, so we want source, so I will copy this random source. This is an example, and I'll give that source over here inside of these parameters. I will save this, and I will refresh my page. Okay, I'm not getting the image. Let me pick up some different source. Let me just pick this source. Let's see whether this is working or not. Okay, at least this should work. Okay, so now as can be seen, I'm getting this background image. Okay, so this is how you can give background image to your divisions, your paragraphs, whatever you want. But currently I have given this background image to this division, which is a div1. So this is all about the background, guys. This is how you can change the background color, and even the background image of a particular element. If suppose I want to change the background image of my entire web page, then I will be coming over inside of the style tag, and I will make use of the body tag, and I will say background color, and I will say background color is yellow. I'll save this, and if I'm just coming and refreshing, my entire page will be turned to yellow in color. Okay, so this is how you can give the color to your entire web page also. And now if suppose you want to give this background image to our body, then you can do that also. Okay, so I will cut and paste that background image over here, and let me paste it over here also, because we want to give the images at the two places. Okay, so now as you can see, I'm getting the background image for my entire page. Okay, so this is how you can give the background image for your entire page also. Now let me just refresh this over again, and now I got this another image. So currently we are getting the different images, because the URL that is used by us, this is the dynamic URL, which fetches different kind of images as you are refreshing the page. So yeah, this kind of facility you can expect only from this URL from the source unsplash, because this is a dynamic URL. But if you're giving some a URL of one image and all, then for every time that image of that particular source will be displayed. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about how to display image in the background and change the background color. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class, and in this class we will see how to give the border to particular division or any element that you want. Okay, so first of all I will make use of the lorem, and I will say lorem 50. I will give some 50 words inside of this division, and to this division I will give the class, I will say div1, and I'll go to the top inside of the style, and over here I will give the background color as yellow, and I want width as a 50%, and I want height as 50% to this, and I want to give little bit of padding of 10 pixels. So let's see what output we are getting. I will just go and execute that file. Okay, so this is my paragraph, which is currently we are not able to see the background color properly, so I will give some dark color. I will give the red color, okay, so that you can actually see the changes and all, whatever changes that I'm making. Okay, so now this is my division. So in this class we will be learning about the borders. So first of all I will show you how to apply the border. So I will make use of the border, and I want to give the border radius. Okay, so I will say border radius, and I will give the border radius as 5 pixels, and if I'm just saving this and executing, then I will get the border radius for all these 4 corners. Okay, now let me just refresh. So as you can see, I got a very little border. If I want to increase that border, I will give this as a 15 pixels, and I will get the radius of 15 pixels. Okay, so now as you can see, I got that got those changes, and now this is how you can give the border radius to all the 4 corners. But if suppose you want to give the border radius to some particular corners, now suppose you want to only change the border radius of top right corner of this, then you can just come over here and say border radius top and right, and you can say I want 15 pixels to the top right corner. Okay, so I will save this, come over here and refresh. Okay, I made some mistake. Top, and let me just refresh this. Okay, so I think this is that corner. Let's see. And there is one more way in which you could give the different border radius to all the 4 corners. You just have to say border radius, then this first value that you give, that first value will be applied to this corner. I will say for first corner I want value as 10 pixels, and then I will give the 20 pixels, then I will give the 30 pixels, and then I will give the 40 pixels. Okay, so this 10 pixel will be applied to this corner. This 20 pixel value, this is second value, will be applied to the top right, which is this corner, and this 30 pixel value will be applied to the right bottom corner, which is this, and this 40 pixel will be applied to this bottom left corner. Okay, so now I have saved this code. I'll come over here and I'll refresh. Okay, so now as can be seen, this is 10, this is 20, this is 30, and this is 40. Okay, so this is how you can apply this border radius property to all the 4 corners. You can give all the 4 corners over here, and you can even change the border color. I will say border color, and I want my border color to yellow green in color. I will save this, come over here and I will refresh. Okay, so currently my border color is greenish in color. Okay, let me make it black. Okay, so you people are not able to see this because our border is not having width. Okay, so I will say border width. I will make use of the border width, and I will give the 3 pixels of width to my border. I will save, come over here and refresh. Still it is not working. What's the issue? Okay, so there is this one more property which is you just have to say border, then give the solid, and if I'm just saving this and refreshing, then I got this output. My border is solid, and I'm saying border dotted, then I will get the dotted border. Okay, and if I'm just saying dashed, then I should be getting the dashed border. Okay, so this is how you can give the borders of different colors and different types. You just have to change the color over here and border type over here, and these are the different type of properties that you can apply on the border. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about the borders which you can make use of in CSS. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS tutorial, and in this class we will see how to give gradient. So in order to give the gradient, I will first of all create one division, and inside of that I will write few words by making use of this lorem. I will have two paragraphs, and now I will be giving some properties on this division. I will give the class, I will give the class as a division 1, and I will say dot div1, and inside of this I will say uh, padding as 10 pixels. I want 10 pixels of the padding around my text. Then I'll give the width as 50%, and I will also give the height as 50%. It might be used, it might not be used. Let's see what output we are getting. This is my page, by the way. I will execute this. Okay, so this is the text what I'm getting. Okay, so now in this class we will be learning about the background gradient. I mean how to give linear gradient. So in order to give the linear gradient, we will be making use of this background image. Okay, so we'll make use of the background image property, and after that we will make use of the linear gradient. So when I'm making use of the linear gradient, it takes 3 parameters. Okay, so first it can even take 4 parameters, depends upon the condition. So in the first parameter I have to tell the starting color. Okay, so if suppose I am saying my starting color is yellow, and my ending color is green, and if I'm just saving this, coming over here and executing, let's see. Okay, so this is the output what I'm getting. Okay, so my starting color is yellow and ending color is green. Okay, it is executing from the top to the bottom, and this is a kind of a gradient I can give to my elements. You can even give this gradient property to any element, heading, paragraphs, then tables also. Okay, so these are the use of the this is how you can make use of the linear gradient for 2 parameters. If suppose I want to tell the position or direction, then I will making use of the third parameter, which goes over here. So first of all I will tell the direction. Okay, so I want this to go from right. Okay, so I will say to right, and after that I will give the color, and I will save this, come over here and refresh. Okay, so now it is going from the right, it is going towards the right from the left hand side. It is going towards the right, and if suppose I am saying to the bottom right, then it will be going towards the bottom right. Okay, so it should be going from this direction to this bottom right direction. Okay, so it is going from the top position to the bottom right position. Okay, so it is like going diagonally. So this is how you can specify the direction of your gradient, and this is one of the way. Now I'm commenting out this part, and now what I'll do is I will okay, so when I'm just putting this 2 backslashes, that means this code won't be getting executed. Now I will again make use of there is some issue over here, background. Okay, so I will copy this division and I will paste this down below, and instead of calling it div1, I will say this is the div2. I will come over here and I will now apply the properties on div2. uh, I will copy this very same code. I will paste this inside of this, and I will remove all these values. And now suppose I want to give the three colors, then I can do that also. First my color will be going is yellow, then I will put white color, and after that I will put green color. Okay, and if I'm just saving this, coming over here and refresh. Okay, so now I'm getting two divisions. Okay, so I want a little bit of margin. Okay, margin is basically the spacing between two elements. So I will give 10 pixels, and over here also I will give the margin as 10 pixels, and now I'll be having some little bit of space between these two boxes. Okay, so now this is the way in which you can give three colors. First is yellow, then white, then green. Okay, first is yellow, then white, then green, and this is how you can give the three colors inside of the gradient. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about the gradient and how you can give gradient to your any element. You can even apply these properties on the paragraph and the heading also. Okay, so now if I'm just coming over here and making use of the heading, this is my head, and if suppose I want to apply these properties on this head h1, then I will directly give the name of the element, and I will copy this, paste it over here. This is not required. I will save, refresh. Okay, so as can be seen, same properties have been applied on my heading also. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about gradient. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS tutorial, and in this class we will see how to give shadow to your text. Okay, so first of all I will give a header h1, and I will say this is my website, and if suppose I want to give a shadow to this header h1, I will give the name of the element over here, and now I will make use of the text shadow. Okay, so I will say text shadow, and then I will be giving two parameters, which is first I will give the 2 pixels, and again I will specify the 2 pixels over here, and I will be getting now the shadow to my text, which is from the top, from the position of the text it should be 2 pixels down and 2 pixels right. Okay, so this is like it is moving the shadow from the top to the bottom, positioned at 2 pixels, and this is moving the shadow from the left to the right position 2 pixels away. Okay, so if I'm just saving this, let me just go to my desktop. If after execution of this code you will see the meaning. Okay, so now this is the text and it got some shadow. If suppose I want to change the color of the shadow, I will say yellow, and now you will be able to distinguish the shadow. Okay, so now I'm getting the yellow color shadow over here, and now if suppose I am changing this to 5 pixels now, and after that this shadow will be pushed to the right hand side. Okay, sorry, it is going to the it is moving vertically towards the bottom, and if suppose now I am giving this as a 10 pixels, it will be moving the shadow towards the right direction. So now it will be moving in this direction. Okay, okay, so as you can see it is going to the right direction, and now if I'm just saying this to 20 pixels and saving and refreshing this. Okay, so this is how we can specify the position of our shadow. Okay, so now if suppose I want to make my shadow look a little bit blur, then I'll be giving third parameter over here. Okay, so and that third parameter will be specifying the blurriness of my shadow. So I will give the 5 pixels blur, and let me just refresh this. Okay, so as you can see now my shadow is blur because I've given the 5 pixels value. If I'm saying 10, then it will be getting even more blur. Okay, so as you can see, this is how you can make your shadow blur, and you can even change its color. And now what I'll do is I will come over here and I will create one division, and to this division I will give the class as div1, and inside of this I will make use of this lorem. I will say lorem 30, which will basically create 30 words. And I will go to my style, and I will style this dot div1. I will give the width as 50%. I will give the height as 500 pixels. Okay, so I will say 500 pixels. And after that I will give the background color to my block as yellow color. I will save this. Let's see what output we are getting. Okay, so this is the block what we have got. Now if suppose I want to give shadow to this block, then I will make use of the box shadow, and this also takes the parameter in a very same way. I will say 5 pixels, then 5 pixels, and I want green color border. Okay, I will save this and I will refresh. Okay, so now it can be seen I'm getting this border. And now if suppose I want to move it to the right hand side, I will increase the value and it will be going to the right hand side. As can be seen, it is going to the right hand side. And I want to make it 5 pixels blur. And yeah, okay, so this is how you can give shadow to your box, and you can even change its blurriness. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about the shadows. So what's up guys, welcome to HTML tutorial, and in this class we will be learning about the transforms and different type of transformations that you can apply on elements. So first of all I will come to the division. I will create one division over here, and I will make of the lorem. I will add some text, and I will give the class as div1. Okay, so this is my first division, and I'll come inside of my head and I will give the name of my class, and I will give the width as 50%, and I will give the height. I will give the height as 400 pixels, and background color, let it be yellow. Okay, and now if I'm just going to my desktop and running that file, and this is the output what I'm getting. I just want to give a position so that you can actually see. I will make use of the position. I will say absolute, and from right I will give the value as, and from the right I will give the 10 pixels. Let's see what output we are getting. Okay, so now it is going to the right hand side, and right hand side to the 10 pixels. It's not absolute, it's relative, I guess, relative. Okay, so that position is absolute, and I want my box to be aligned from the left. Okay, from left 100 pixels. Okay, so okay, from left it is 100 pixels away, and I have set the position as absolute, and position is absolute, and my position is from the left 100 pixels. Okay, so now this is done. So the first transformation that I will apply to this is I will come over here, and I will say transform, and then I will say translate, and inside of this I will give the values. I will say 50 pixels and 50 pixels. I will save this and it will be translating. Okay, so now as you can see, it has translated down below. So what it has done is it has moved 50 pixels in the x direction and 50 pixels in the right direction. Okay, so this is the 50 pixels of position. Now I am changing this y value to 100, and I am executing the file. Then there should be 100 pixels of distance over here. Okay, so as you can see, it has moved 100 pixels from the top. And if suppose I want to increase the position from the left hand side, like if suppose I want to give the 150, then now it would be moving 150 pixels to the right direction. Okay, so this is how you can change its position by making use of the translate over here. If suppose you want to now rotate this element, then you can make use of the rotate. Just make use of the rotate, and then you have to specify the degree, up to what degrees you want to rotate this. I will say 30 degrees. I will save this. I'll come over here and I will refresh. Okay, so now it has turned to 30 degrees, and if I want to turn it in the negative direction, then I can do that also. I will save this, I'll come over here and refresh, and now it has moved to 30 degrees in the left hand side. Okay, so this is how you can make use of the rotate to rotate a element. If suppose I want to rotate it to 90 degrees, then I can do that also. Okay, so now it has moved to 90 degrees, and it is now vertical. And next we will be looking about the scale. Okay, so when it comes to the scale is basically used to increase or decrease the size of a element. And now let me just save this, and let me just refresh so that my element is coming to a normal position. And now I will say 0.5 and 0.5, and let me just save this. I'll come over here and refresh, and now its scale will be changing. Okay, so now as you can see, it has changed its size to the half of the original size, because I have set the scaling parameters as half and half, because now it will be decreasing its size to the half of the size of the original box. If I'm saying something like 2 over here and refreshing my page, then now it is stretching itself. Okay, it is increasing its size, and now if I'm just saying 3, then it will even scale in the x direction more. Okay, so it is now spreading in the x direction. So when it comes to the 1 is the default size. Volt is the, when I'm setting as a 1 is the original size, and you can give scale as 1 over here also, and just see. Okay, so this is the original size. When I'm giving the value as 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 value stands for the original size. And if I want to change or scale it in the y direction, which is vertically, then I'll give the 2, and now it is scaling in the vertical direction. Okay, so this is how you can make use of the scale. And next we will be looking at the skew. Okay, so I will say skew x, and now in which direction I want to apply the skew, that I have to specify. Okay, so I will say to 20 degrees. This actually takes a value in degrees. So when I'm making use the skew method is just skews an element along the x-axis by the given angle. Okay, so now this will be skewing this particular element in the x direction to 20 degrees. I will save this. I'll come over here, and now it has skewed this particular element in the x direction to 20 degrees. And if I want to skew this in the y direction, I will change this to y. I'll come over here and I will refresh, and now it has changed in the y direction. Okay, so this is how you can make use of this skew. And now if suppose you want to skew this in x as well as the y direction, then just make use of the skew and just pass 2 parameters over here, 20, 20, and just pass comma. Save this, come over here and refresh. So now it is skewed in the x direction also and y direction as well. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about the transformations that you can make use of in the CSS tutorial. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS tutorial, and in this class we will be learning about a different type of transitions that are available inside of the CSS. Okay, so first of all I will create one division. I will say this is div, and to this I will give the class. I will give the class as a div1. I'll come inside of this style, and I will say div1, and inside of this I will specify the width. I will say width as 200 pixels, and I will give the height as 200 pixels, and background color as yellow green. I will save this, come over here on my desktop, and I will execute my file. Okay, so now this is the division. Now I will apply the transitions on this particular division when I will be hovering on this. So before that I will come over here and specify the transition property, and I will be applying this transition on my width. So I will say width, and this transition should get completed within 2 seconds. Okay, so I will give the time also, and over here I will come to that very same division, which is this particular division. I will say dot div1, and when I'll be hovering on this, okay, so I'll make use of the hover property. I want width to change. Okay, so I will give the width as 400 pixels. Okay, so when I will be taking the mouse on the division, I want its width to get extended. Okay, so I will save this. I'll come over here, I'll refresh my page, and if I'm just taking my mouse on this, its width is getting extended. Okay, so if I'm just removing the mouse, its width is coming back to normal state. If suppose I want to change this background color when I am hovering mouse on this, then I will say background color, and when I am hovering on this, I want its change to color to change to violet. I will save this. I'll come over here and refresh, and if I'm just taking mouse on this, then these are the changes what is been applied on this. Okay, so this is how you can make use of this hover property to apply the changes to element when you are hovering on this. So over here we are just focusing on the transition. I'm applying the transition on the width, and the transition should apply for 2 seconds, and this is the transition which is which should get extended to 400 pixels from this 200 pixels. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will create few divisions over here. I will say this is a second division. I will say this is second division, and I will create one more division over here, and I will say this is third division, and I will create one more division. I will say this is fourth division over here. Okay, so as of now I'm having 4 divisions. I want one more. This is fifth division. Okay, so now I'm having 5 divisions. I will give them a class. I will say this is div2, and I will say this is div3, this is div4, and this will be the last one, and I will say this is div5. I will save this. Okay, so now I'll be giving 2 classes to this. Okay, so these are the for few classes, which is division 1 2 3 4 5, and I will call this class as div main, and I will give that div main class to all these elements. I will say div main to this also, because I want these properties to get applied on all these divisions. I will save this, and if I'm just refreshing, then I'm getting these 4 divisions. Let me just give a little bit of spacing. So I will say margin, and I will give the margin of 3 pixels. I will save this. I will come over here and refresh, and now I'm getting a little bit of space. I don't want its height to be 200. I'll just say 100 because I want everything inside of one frame. Okay, so now I'm getting all these boxes in on one place. Now I'll be introducing you guys to the transition timing function. So first I will show you the value of linear, and I will apply this on first division, and now I will say transition timing function, and I will give the value as linear, and I will do that very same thing for div 2, and I will make use of the transition timing function, and for this I will give the value as is. And for this I will give the value as is out, and now I will go to division 4. I will be explaining you guys how this is working, so just wait for a while. Let me just write the code, and is in dot d5, and transition timing function, and is in out. Okay, so now all these properties and values have been applied. So now let me just tell you what is this linear, is in, is out, everything. Okay, so when I give the value as is, it specifies the transition effect with the slow start, and then it will move a little bit fast, then it will end again slowly. Okay, so now if I'm just coming over here and refreshing my page, okay, so it has started slowly. Okay, just wait for a while. All these properties are applied to this division. Okay, so I have to change this to div main. I'm saving this, and now I'll refresh this. So now if I'm just taking a cursor over here, then I'm seeing the changes. Okay, so for this first division, we have set transition timing effect as linear. Okay, and when we give the value as a linear, it specifies the transition effect with the same speed which is at the beginning. That very same speed will be at the end. Okay, so now if I'm just taking the cursor, the speed of transition is almost same. Okay, so it is not changing, it is linear. And for this second division, we have set the transition timing effect as is, and when we give the value as is, it specifies the transition effect as it will start slowly, then it will go fast, and at the end it will again become slow. Okay, so now if I'm just taking the cursor, so as can be seen, it first it moved slow, then it went fast, then again slowly. Just watch again. Okay, so as can be seen, this is the effect. And for this third division, we have given the value as is out. When I'm saying is out, it specifies the transition effect with the slow end. Okay, so it will end slowly. Now I'll go to this third division, it is ending slowly. Okay, so there is a difference. And for fourth division, we have given the value as is in, and when I say is in, it specifies the transition effect with the slow start. It will start slow, and then it will go fast. Okay, division 4. Okay, so as can be seen, it is starting slowly, then it is moving fast, and it just stops suddenly. And for last one, I am saying is in out. When I say is in out, it specifies the transition effect with slow start and the slow end. And this is how the things goes. It will start slowly, and it will also end slowly. Okay, as can be seen, but if I'm just going to the fourth one, it stops all of a sudden. Okay, as can be seen, it is stopping all of a sudden as if someone has applied brakes, but it goes slowly. Okay, so with this property, you can with this value, it can guarantee the smooth flow, which is is in and out. Okay guys, so this was all about the transitions in HTML. You can apply this very same properties on the height also. If you want to change the height, then you can do that also. You just have to change this from width to height, and all these properties will be applied on the height. If you want to give a property as height also, so you can just say height, and you can again say 3 seconds, whatever seconds that you want, and you just have to specify that height over here. I will say height, and I want height to change to 300 pixels. Now if I'm just saving this, and let me just refresh, and now the height is also getting changed. Okay, so it can be seen the height is also getting changed, but we were getting that error because we have not put a colon over here. Let's see now whether we are getting it correctly. Okay, so as can be seen, the height is also increasing now. Okay, so this is how you can apply the changes to the width and the height also. Okay guys, so this is how the transitions are working. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS tutorial, and in this class we will see how we can apply animations to our web page. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I will go to my body. I will create one division, and I will give the class as div1. I'll come to this, and I will say div1, and inside of that I will specify the width. I will give the width as 200 pixels, and I will give the height as 200 pixels, and background color as yellow over again. And let me just save this and see the output. Okay, so now this is my box. So now to that box I will be applying animation. So in order to apply animation to that box, I will first of all I have to give the animation name, and I will give the animation name. I will say box move, whatever name that you want to give, you can give. And after that I will say animation duration. So basically when I say animation duration, I have to specify for how long this animation should last. I will say 3 seconds. I want this animation to last 3 seconds. And after that we have to specify or make use of the keyframe. So so this is how we should be making use of the keyframe. So make use of the @, then say keyframes, and over here you have to give the name of your animation. Okay, so my name of animation was box move, so I will say box move over here. And inside of this we will tell what our animation should do. So from I want my animation to go from left 0 pixels, it should go to right 10 pixels. Okay, and I will save this. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so it is not working. From left 0 pixels to the why this is not working. Okay, let's give some different value. I will say background color. I want that box to change its color from a violet to something like yellow green. Okay, I will save this. I refresh. Okay, so now you can see it is changing color from violet to yellow. Okay, so now I will make this box move now. Okay, so I want this box to move from left, we have to give the two coordinates. Okay, so because of that it was not working. So it will move from left top 0 position to, it will move right to the 10 pixels, and top 10 pixels. Top should be 0. I will save this. I'll come over here and refresh. Why this is not moving? Okay, so now I have made change to this code, and still it is not moving. I don't know what's the issue with this, but it was actually supposed to be moving, but it is not moving only. Okay, so now we have seen how to change the background color. So now we will be making use of the percentage. Okay, so we can specify this in terms of the percentage only. Okay, so when animation starts at 0%, these are the things that should be taking place. When animation reaches to 50%, I want these changes to take place, and when animation reaches to 100%, okay, so when animation will reach to 100%, I want to give some other color. Okay, so I will give a color like red. Okay, so let me just see whether this is working or not. Okay, so colors are getting changed, but it is not moving. So okay guys, so this animation is not working because we have to specify these parameters according to the web browsers. Okay, so these are the different codes working for the different browsers. Okay, so previously I've shown you how to name your animation, and in order to run that animation I have given the animation duration over here. Okay, but over here what you can do is instead you can make use of this, which is WebKit animation, then the name, then the duration, name and the duration. You have to write these 4 to 5 lines of code, and you have to define this animation over again. So basically I have came across this article which says your code won't work because you have to specify the animation for all the browsers. Okay, so it is telling me that I have to make specify the animation for by making use of these lines of code. Okay, so what I will be doing is I will so as of now as can be seen 1 2 3 4 5, I have to write this animation 5 more times. So I will copy this keyframe, I'll come down below 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and now I will specify all these things. For first animation I will give this name. I'll go to the top, and for this first animation I will give this name. For second animation, basically the code inside of that is same, but we are just making changes to the keyframe. At least one of these things should work. And last one will remain same. Okay, so last one is same. I will come over here and now I'll save this file of mine, and let me just execute this, but still it is not working. Okay guys, there is one error over here. We don't have to actually do all these things. Okay, so just don't take tension. Let me just remove this. I figured out at what point I got that error and why my animation is not working. So I will remove this code. I won't be doing all this nonsense. I will remove this code also. I will save this. So problem was with the position. Okay, so I have not specified the position. I will say position relative. Okay, and now I'll save this, and at least now this should work. Okay, so as can be seen, now it is working. So the problem was with the position, since I have not specified the position as a relative, because of which my animation was not working. Okay, so basically now what will happen is when the animation will start, its background color will be violet, and it will be at the left top position. And when half of the animation will be completed at 50%, it will come from the left, it will come to the 200 pixels at the top. And from when it will be 100% complete, I want it to come to the down position, down 100 position. Okay, so basically it should be coming from this position to this position, then it should come somewhere over here. Let me just execute this. Okay, so now as can be seen, it is working. Suppose I want to give even more details, then I can do that. What I'll do is I will just change this to 25, and I will change this to 50, and I will create one more instance of this, and I will call that instance as 100. Okay, so now this animation will be working in the 4 parts. So now it is coming to the bottom, and then I want it to go to the left hand side. Okay, so from there it will be going to the 0 position. We'll save this, I'll come over here and we'll refresh. Okay, so this is how the animation is working. It is coming from the top to the right, then the bottom, and then the left. Okay, so you just have to give this coordinates properly. And now suppose you want to run these animations for more than once, then you just have to give the animation count. You just have to come over here and animation iteration count. Okay, so this is that, and you can give the infinite. If you give the infinite, this animation will run for infinite number of times. Okay, so let me just show you. Okay, so it will just keep moving, it will run for n number of times. But if you just specify the number over here, like if I want this animation to run for 3 times, then I will give the number as 3, and I will refresh this. 1 this is 2, this is 3. Okay, so now it has stopped. Okay, so this is how you can give the count over here. And now suppose you want to give more properties to this, then you will say animation, then you will give the name of your animation, which is box move, and after that I will say 4 seconds. This will last for 4 seconds. Then I will say linear. Okay, so we have seen previously what is this linear. These are 4 to 5 properties, and I want my animation to last for infinite number of times. And if I'm just saving this and executing my animation, it will just work for infinite number of times, and animation will take place for the entire sequence of animation will take 4 seconds. If I'm just saying 2 seconds, then entire animation should start in 2 seconds. Okay, so now it is changing its speed because it has to complete that everything, all the positions inside. I mean it has to complete all the sequence within 2 seconds. Okay, and if you want to give the value as asin, then you can do that. Give the asin as a value, save this, and refresh. Okay, so this is the asin effect. So we have seen what is this asin, ace out, asin and out, and infinite. And if you want to make this alternate, then you can do that also. Okay, so now it will be alternately running. Okay, so now it is also going reverse. Okay, so now it is going reverse, in the reverse direction. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about animations. Okay guys, now I want to show you one more thing. If you want to change its coordinates, you can do that. So what I'll do is I want at 25 I mean when the animation completes 25%, I just want to flip these values. I will bring these values over here, and I will take these values on this place. Okay, so I will save this now, and let me just refresh now. So as you may see, now it has changed its position, because now I want my animation to take place diagonally. Okay, so now it is going diagonally. It is coming this way, then it is going to the top and the right. Okay, so this is how you can change its position and make it work. Okay, so thanks guys for watching. This was all about animation. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS tutorial, and in this class we will be learning about the images. So first of all, I will make use of the image tag, and I will give the source. I will get the source from this Unsplash website. You can give whatever link that you want to give, no issues. And over here I will apply some properties to this image. I will say width as 500 pixels, and I will give some height and all, but let's not do that as of now. Let me just cancel this out everything. I will save this, and I will come to the desktop where my file is located, and I will execute it. I just want to see whether my image is getting displayed. Okay, so now I'm getting this image on the desktop. Now if suppose I want to give the border radius to this image, then I'll be coming over here, and I will say border radius, and whatever amount of the radius that you want to give, you just have to specify it over here. I will say 30 pixels. I'll come and refresh my page, then I should be getting a border to my image. Okay, so as you can see, I'm getting 30 pixels of border. Okay, so there is this 30 pixels of border around my image. If I'm just changing this to 80 and coming over here and refreshing, now I'm getting this 80% of border for my image. So currently I'm getting the different kind of images from this one link, because I have used this dynamic link from source Unsplash. You can go and grab your dynamic link from this website. Okay, so now as can be seen, my image is just going out of the screen. Okay, so it is just going out of the screen. I just have to use this horizontal scroll bar to scroll left and right. So in order to avoid that, I will be making use of the width property, and I will give the width as 100%. Instead, in order to make this responsive, whenever you are like designing the responsive websites and responsive mobile applications, and if you want to give the responsive width of the image, just give this property as a maximum width and not as a width. Okay, this is really very important. Give the property as a maximum width, and I will save this. I'll come over here and I'll refresh. Now let me show you the value of this maximum width. Okay, so now this image is actually fitting inside of my screen, and if I'm just decreasing the screen, then it is adjusting according to the screen size. Okay, so this is we are getting this output because we are set this property as maximum width. If I'm just giving the width, and if I'm just saving this and coming over here and refreshing, and this image will be going out of the screen. Okay, so still it is working fine, but this is working fine because width of this image is actually very big, and it is now it is adjusting itself because it is having very big width. But it is if it has small width and all, let me just specify the width over here. I will say width as 500. Now let's see what issue we are facing. Okay, still as of now we are not facing an issue, but in case of the web and the app development, just make sure that you are giving the property as a maximum width just to avoid any issues. And I will give the height as auto. Okay, so let me just refresh this. So according to the width, height will be automatically adjusted. Okay, so these two properties are important when you want to make your image responsive. Now if suppose you want to display this image at the center of the page, as of now this image is at the center of this page, I will decrease the size. I will give the width of this image as 40%. I will save this, and now let me just refresh this. Okay, so now the width of my image has been changed. It is adjusting itself properly. But now suppose I want my image at the center of the page, then I can do that by making use of the display. I will say display, and I will display this as a block, and I will give the margin. Okay, let's see whether this is working or not. Okay, I forgot to give two properties. I will give the margin, and margin from the left should be auto, and margin from the right should also be auto. Okay, so this will position the image at the center of my page. Okay, so now as can be seen, this image is getting displayed at the center. So these are the three properties which you have to apply, which is display, margin left, margin right. You have to set the value as auto, and display should be having the value as block. Okay, so if you are making use of these three properties, your image will be getting rendered at the center of the page. And next is opacity. Opacity is basically if you want to make this image look very light and all, then you can make use of the opacity. I will say opacity, and opacity takes value between 0 and 1, so I will give the opacity as 0.5. I will save this. I'll come over here and refresh. Now just see what kind of an image we get. Okay, so now as you can see, this opacity has been changed. It looks like a old age image. Now if I'm just changing value to 0.1, this will look even more lighter. Okay, so let's see what we are getting. Okay, so as you may see, this looks really very light because I've changed the opacity, and if I'm saying opacity as 1, I will get a clear image over here. Okay, so now I'm getting a clear image. Okay, so this is how this opacity property is working, and now we will be looking at how to apply filters to our image. So I will come down below, I will say filter, and if suppose I want to make my image blur, I will make use of this blur, and I will make it 10 pixels blur. Okay, so now my image, whatever image that you see over here, it will be blur. Okay, so now this image is blurred because I have applied the blur filter over here. And now the next filter what we will be looking at is brightness. I will say brightness, and I will give the value in terms of the percentage. I want 40% of brightness. I will save this. I will refresh. Okay, so now its brightness have been changed because I have reduced the brightness to 40%. The maximum brightness is 100%. And next filter is contrast. I will come over here, and I will say contrast, and when it comes to the contrast, value is given in terms of percentage. I will give the 50% of contrast, and let me just refresh this. Okay, so now as you may see, the contrast of the image have been changed, and now the next filter which I will apply is grayscale. And when it comes to the grayscale, again it takes value in terms of the percentage. I will give the 100%, and it will be giving me the grayscale image. Okay, so now as you may see, I'm getting the black and white image because I have changed this grayscale value to 100%. And now I will make use of the invert. I will specify over here only. I will say invert. I will refresh. Okay, so now as you may see, this image has been inverted in the sense color of the image is changed. Okay, so now this is some totally different image I'm seeing over here. Okay, so now next filter is sepia. I will apply the sepia filter over here. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so this is the effect of the sepia filter. It's look, I mean, if you had seen the old pictures and all, you will see the pictures in this format. This is a sepia filter. Okay, I think this much is enough for you all. Thanks for watching. This was all about images and their filters. So what's up guys, welcome to this tutorial, and in this class we will see how to make use of the paginator. Okay, so paginator is nothing but it is used to propagate from one place to, I mean, from one page to another page inside of a website. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. First of all, I will create one division, and this division will have class, and I will call this as a paginator, and inside of this division I will put some anchor tags. So I will say anchor tag 1, and I will give some value. I will say this is my first page. Okay, so if I want to go to the first page, I will give as 1, and then again I will make another anchor tag and 2, value as 2. I will give another anchor tag and I will give the value as 3. And if suppose I want to go to the fourth page, I will give number 4 here. Okay, and inside of this href tag I will give the xtick, which basically means the home, and it will be propagating me to that very same page. Over here you can give the link of your web pages. Okay, but let's see how we can do that. So I will save this, and let's see what output I'm getting. I'll come over here and I will execute this page. So I'm getting this 4 numbers, which is 1 2 3 4, and they got underlined. So I will come to the style tag and I will say dot paginator, and inside of this I will give the first property, which is display inline. Let's see whether display inline is working. I will display this in a block format. Okay, so this is working, and next property that I'll be giving is text decoration. Okay, and I don't want this underlined beneath these numbers, so I will come over here and I will apply that on this anchor tag, and this anchor tag are inside inside of this class paginator. So I will say dot paginator, then the anchor tag. Okay, so this is how these properties are working. Okay, so since this anchor tags are inside of this division named class paginator, so I will give the that class name and then the name of this anchor tag. Okay, and I don't want this underlines beneath this number, so I will say text decoration, and I will give the value as none. I will save this. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so now those underlines are gone, and now I will give the font size. I will increase the font size little bit. I will say 10 pixels. I just want to show you all how this is looking. Okay, 100. Okay, so now this looks a little bit good, but let me just change this to 80, and this will be the font size. And after that, next property that I want to give on them is padding. Okay, so I want a little bit of padding, so I will give 5 pixel of padding. I will save this. Let's see what output we're getting. Okay, so this much is enough, and I will change the color. I will say color as yellow green as always. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, so now I'll give them the border. Okay, so I will say border, and I want my border to solid, and let's see what we are getting over here. Okay, so we are getting this border for all these numbers, but I don't want that border to be that thick. I will say 2 pixels. 2 pixels of size is more than enough. Okay, so this looks much better, and I will give little bit of margin also. Okay, so margin is space in between of these numbers, and I will give the margin as 2 pixels over again, and now I'll be getting 2 pixels of space between all these elements. Okay, so now there is a little bit of spacing. Okay, so now let me show you how to give the left and the right link over here. I will make use of the anchor tag, and I will put a code inside of this, which is ampersand, then LAQUO, and semicolon, and I'll come over here. I'll give the anchor tag, and I will say ampersand Rakuyo and semicolon. Let me just save this and refresh this page. Okay, so this is a kind of a paginator that you see on the website at the bottom position and all. So basically this is used to navigate from one page to another. You can make use of this to navigate from one place to another. So you just have to come over here, and if suppose you want to go to page 1, you just have to say home.html over here, and whatever page that you want to go to, you just have to give the link of that image, the link of that page, sorry. If suppose I want to go to Google, I will say Google, and let me just copy the link of Google over here. So basically this is the link of the Google. I'll copy this, and I'll paste that link over here inside of this tab, and whenever I'll be clicking on this number 1, I'll be taken to the Google website. I will save this. I'll come to my page, and I will refresh my page, and if I'm just clicking on this one, I'll be taken to the Google. Okay, so this is how things are working, and now if I'm just copying this and pasting this over here, and now I want to go to Instagram. When person will be clicking on this number 2, now I'll be taken to the Instagram. Okay, so this is how you can provide the links of the website pages to go to those particular pages with the help of the paginator. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about the paginator. So what's up guys, welcome to this tutorial, and in this class we will be learning about the columns. So basically I will come inside of my body. I will create one division, and I will give one class over here, and I will call this as article, and now I will make use of the lorem, and I will make lorem 100. I want 100 words over here, so let this division be this way only. So now if I'm just saving this, I'll come to my desktop and I'll execute that file. Then I'll get this paragraph over here. Okay, so now if suppose I want to partition this paragraph in terms of columns, then I can do that. I will say dot article, and inside of the dot article, okay, and inside of this article I will say column, and column count, and I will say 4. Okay, so this entire paragraph will be divided into 4 columns. As can be seen, it is divided into 4 columns over here. Now if suppose I want to increase the gap in between of these columns, then I will say column gap, and I will increase the gap to 10 pixels. I will save this. I'll come over here and I'll refresh. Okay, so it has not made just it didn't make much changes over here. I will refresh it over again. So now as can be seen, I'm getting a much wider gap. And next what I will do is I will say column rule, and when I say column rule, this is basically the separation between of these columns. I will say solid. I will save this. I'll come over here and refresh. So now I'm getting the separation which are vertical line. Now I can define its thickness. I will say 1 pixel solid, And now I will give the color, what color I want. I will give the yellow green. I'll save this. I'll come over here and I will refresh. So now this is 1 pixels thick line, and it is solid, and it is yellow green in color. And if suppose I want to increase the width to the 5 pixels, then I can do that. Now it's 5 pixels in width, and instead of the solid, if suppose I want to say dotted, then line will be dotted. Now this is missing, they are dotted. And there is one more value which is dashed. Now that line will be dashed. Okay, so this is how you can partition a column, partition a paragraph into columns, sorry. And now suppose you want to give a width to the columns, then you can even do that. I'll say column width, and I want my columns to be 200 pixels in width. Now it is throwing an error. Instead I will say 20%. Okay, so this is all about the columns, how you can partition a given paragraph into columns. So thanks for watching. This was all about the columns, and stay tuned and keep watching. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS class, and in this class we will be learning about flex boxes. So let's get started. Okay, so I'll come over here and I'll type out my style element. So inside of this flex boxes, I'll be making use of these 4 divisions. I will make this first division, then I will make the second division, third division, and this is my fourth division. Okay, and inside of this I will give the letters, not anchor tag, I want a letter. Okay, and inside of this I will say B, C, and D. Okay, so these are my 4 divisions, and now I will apply some styling to this. So I will put all this division inside of this main division. I will say div, and I will give the class as container, and let me just cut this. Okay, so now there is this main division. Inside of this I have these 4 divisions, which is A, B, C, D. Now I'll come over here and I will say dot container, and to this container I will apply the property display, and I want to display this as a flex because I'm making use of the flex boxes. And I will give the background color as yellow green. And if I'm just saving this, so let me just go and execute my file. Okay, this is that file. Okay, so this is the output what I'm getting, and now I'll make some changes. So now I want to apply this styling on these divisions, which are these divisions are inside of this main division. So now what I'll do is I will call my class. I will say dot container, and dot container, and now this is our main division which got class as a container, and inside of this I have these divisions, and on these divisions I want to apply some properties. So I will make use of this greater than sign, and then I will give the name of the division. Okay, since these divisions are inside of this main division, I have made use of this greater than sign. This is basically the concept of inheritance, and now I will apply properties on them. I will say background color, and I will give them the background color as aqua, and after that I will give them the margin. I will give the margin of 10 pixels. Then I have a padding. I'll give the padding of also 10 pixels, and I think this much is enough. Let me just save this, come over here and refresh. Okay, so these are my four elements, which are which is A, B, C and D, and this is my flex box which got background color as green. And now let me show you how to give the flex direction. Okay, so I will say flex direction, and if I'm just okay, so these are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 values I'm getting. So first I'll give the column, I will save this, and now this flex boxes will be converted into columns. Okay, so now I'm getting this in a column format. And now if suppose I want to make them reverse, if suppose I want D at the top, then C, then B and A, then I will say flex reverse or column reverse, sorry, column hyphen reverse. I will save this, I will come over here and I will refresh. Okay, so now I'm getting the reverse order D C B A. Now again I will come over here, and the next property I will give is row. And now if I'm just giving the property as sorry, value as row, I will get the all these flex boxes in the form of a row, which is a previous one. And if I'm just saying row reverse, then I'll be getting the reverse order, which is I'll get D at the front, and then C, then B, and then A. Okay, so this is the reverse in the reverse order I'm getting. The order is also getting reversed, and their place is also getting reversed. Okay, so from the backend side, now they are reversing themselves, I mean aligning themselves in the reverse order. And the next property what I will apply is flex wrap. Okay, so when I'm making use of this flex wrap, I will give the value as wrap. So when I'm giving the value as a flex wrapped, they will be all the elements which are inside of this will be wrapped together. Okay, so now if I'm just saving this, let me just remove this property, which is flex reverse, and let me refresh. Okay, so now all of them are at the front, and if I'm just minimizing this, minimizing the screen, it is not getting minimized. Okay, so let me just increase the size. I will give the 40 and 40 over here. I will save this. Now the size will be getting increased. Okay, so now if I'm just changing the screen of my size, they can properly align themselves according to the screen, as can be seen over here. And when I'm giving the property as a flex wrapped, and I'm giving the value as a wrap, you can when we give the value as a wrap, you can you can see them aligning themselves according to the change of a screen. I mean, they are responsive. And if I'm saying no wrap, that means they won't be changing their screen size. Let me just refresh this. As can be seen, they are not aligning themselves according to the screen. And I have to just scroll to the left and right and see the elements. Okay, so they are now going off screen. But if we are giving the value as wrap, that means they are wrapping together. Okay, now I'm just saving this, coming over and refreshing, and they are wrapping, and they are responsive, and they are changing their position according to the screen, and they are aligning themselves on the screen. Okay, so this is the use of flex wrap, which is making your flex boxes responsive. And next property that we have is justifying our content. Okay, so now if I'm saying justified content, and if I'm just giving the value as a center, then all these elements will be getting aligned at the center. Okay, so as can be seen, A, B, C, D, all of them are at the center position. If suppose I am giving the justified content or value as a flex start, then they will be going at the starting of the starting position. I will say flex start. I will save this, and now they should be coming at the start. Okay, so now they're at the starting position. And if I'm giving the value as a flex end, and if I'm just saving this, they should be going at the end position. Okay, so now as can be seen, this is how we can change their positions by giving the property justified content, and these are the number of the values that you can give on them. And next property is item align. I will come down below here, and I will say item sorry, it's align item, align align items, and now suppose I'm giving the values as center and saving this, then all the values will be aligned at the center. Why this is not working? Align items at the center, and let me just give another value like flex end. And if I'm just saving this, coming over here, and now they are already aligned at the ending position. And if I'm giving the value as flex start, I'm just saving this, refreshing. Okay, so I think this property align property is getting messed up with this justified. So let me just comment this code. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so it was getting it was having some conflicts with this property, which is justified content, because both of them are doing somewhat similar stuff. So either you can give this property, or you can make use of this property. If you are giving both of them, then they will be getting they will give you error, because basically they take almost same values, and there will be conflict among them. Okay, so make either one of them. And thanks for watching. This was all about the flex boxes, and inside of these flex boxes you can even uh, display images. Just make use of the image tag, and give the source over here, and in place of this A B C D, your images will be displayed. Okay, and while displaying the images, you just have to remove this margin and padding. Okay, so just reduce this padding, and you can keep the margin, or you can just mess with this margin and padding. uh, you can, inside of this division, you can even post the headings, paragraphs, whatever you want. And this is how you can make use of these flex boxes. Okay, so this was all about flex boxes, guys. Thanks for watching. So what's up, guys? So welcome to this tutorial, and in this class we will be learning about the media queries. Okay, so first of all, I will go to my body, and I will make use of one header. I will say this is my website, and inside of this website I will have one div, and I will say this is my sidebar. And basically I will be applying some properties on this, and I will give some class. I will say div1. I will come to my style attribute. I will say dot div1, and I will give the background color. I will say background color as aqua. And currently I just want to give the width, and I will give the value as auto. And I will show you how to change the background color only. Since you are a beginner, I don't want to start something complex. Okay, so I'll save this, and let me just go to desktop and execute this file. Okay, so currently this is my sidebar, which is having a blue color background. Let me give little bit of height also. I will say height as 400 pixels. I will save this, and I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so now this is the my division, which got width as auto, and 400 of height. And now I will show you how to make use of the media query. You have to just say @ and give the name as a media, then say screen, and say end. And after that we have to specify the condition. Okay, so after what condition we want these properties to apply. Okay, so I want minimum width to be 500 pixels. And once this condition has been reached, I want this many changes to take place. Okay, whatever changes now you want, you have to specify it over here. So now I want to give the name of the division, and I want to change the background color to yellow green. Okay, so now let me just explain you what is happening over here. Initially the color, the background color of this division is aqua, but as soon as a screen of website, or screen, I mean on whatever device I'm opening my website, if suppose that device is having the screen width of 500 or more, then the background color will be yellow green. Okay, so now let me just show you what how this is working. uh, okay, So now let me just change the screen size. This is not working. What's the issue, by the way? Okay, so there is one error, semicolon. We don't have to give this semicolon, and I am saving this. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so currently this screen is bigger than 500 pixels, the screen which is bigger than 500 pixels, because of which I'm getting this yellow green color. But now if suppose I am taking the screen with below 500 pixels, now if I'm decreasing the size, and why this is not working, let me just say inspect. Okay, so if you are going inside of the inspect, over here you can change the screen and see. Okay, so my condition is minimum width should be 500 pixels, and this is my width. Okay, so now I'll change this, and okay, so as can be seen, as the value goes above 500, it changes the background color to yellow green. Okay, so let me just show you. Just check this value. Okay, okay, so as can be seen, it has changed the background color to yellow green. So now suppose I want to apply a few more changes, and I can do that also. I will copy this media query, and I will apply the changes on this division only. And if the minimum screen is 600, then I want to change this color to red. I will give the red color. I'll save this. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so as can be seen, as it is crossing this value, it is changing to red. Okay, so as it is changing 600 value, it is changing the background color to red. And inside of this you can give almost anything. Okay, I mean once this changes, I mean when the minimum screen width reaches to 600 pixels, I can say I will give the class on this header. I will say header h1. Now I will apply the property on the header also. I will say dot header h1, and I want my header h1 to have color as violet. I'll save this. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so currently since the screen is has crossed that 600 criteria, because of which background color is red. Background color is red for division 1, and heading color of the heading is violet color. But now if I'm just changing the screen to small, then both the properties are gone. Okay, so if it is crossing 600, then both the properties are applied, and if it is changing this screen to smaller size, then both of those properties are gone. Okay, so now what I can do next is I will apply one more property on this, and I don't know what should I say. I will say font size, and I will change the font size to extra large over here. Okay, so when this condition will be reached, I want to change the font size to extra large. I will save this. I'll come over here and refresh. Let me see. Okay, so as can be seen that font size has been changed to extra large. Initially it was this small, and this condition has been reached. It is changing the background color to yellow green, and it is changing the font size to extra large. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about the media query. This is just a beginning. I mean, this is how you can apply the different properties when the screen size is changed. Whatever properties that we have seen so far, you can make use of them and apply them on this. Okay, so thanks for watching.
Okay guys, welcome to CSS class, and in this class we will be looking at the text shadow. Text shadow is nothing but the shadow of the text. So just adjust the angle over here, and as can be seen output on the screen. You could also change the distance for what much, I mean from this text, at what distance you want shadow to appear. You could change it how much blurrier you want. I will keep it this blur, and you could change color over here. I will be changing it a little bit red, and this is my opacity. I will be keeping it opaque, which is a value as 1. You could give only two values, okay, 0 or 1. and I'll give a 1 value, or intermediate also you could give, but the opacity lies only between 0 and 1 only. And now we'll come down below, and okay, so this is the code. I will copy this code, and I will come to my code which is present over here, and now let me show you how to add that shadow. Just wait for a while. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will paste that code inside the style tag, and as can be seen, for classes we make use of the dot operator, which is dot, and after that we are calling the class name. But currently we are having this hash over here, hash, and then the name of this id. Whenever we are like giving any property to element, and if you are like making use of the id, we happen to make use of the hash. Okay, so now this is the hash and this is the name of that id. Now I want to apply the property which is a text shadow on this first paragraph, which is basically this one, and I want to apply that shadow over here. Okay, so initially I was getting that shadow because I tried that previously and I forgot to refresh the page. And now what I'll do is I will come to this paragraph, and I will give id. Okay, id attribute, and I will give id as my division over here. I will save this code, and I will come and refresh now. Okay, I'm not getting, I don't know for what reason. Name should be almost same, so just make sure that you're not making mistake. Okay, so this m is capital, and now I'm just saving and refreshing this code, and now I'm getting the shadow. Okay, so whenever you are like making use of the classes and the ids, classes could be shared by the multiple elements, but ids cannot be shared by the multiple elements. Okay, so now if I'm like making use of this my division for this first paragraph, I cannot make use of this same id. I can just copy and paste it over here for this second paragraph. Okay, it will not work. Okay, so this is the difference between the classes and the ids, and this is how you could give uh, text shadow to any text. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about the text shadow. See you all guys in my next class. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS 3 generator class, and in this class we will be looking at gradient. Okay, so this is your start color what is appearing from the top left, and end color is basically this is the color. And if you want to change the color of these things, then you could directly go to the HTML color codes, and you could import some color, whatever color that you want. Let me just pick two colors over here. Okay, so RGB format is allowed, so I'll be copying this RGB color of blue, and I will paste that color over here. And let me just change this to light. I will copy this and I will paste it over here. Okay, so now as can be seen, these are the changes what we are getting. And let me just change this angle, will be fine. And yeah, this much is fine. Now what I'll do is I will copy this code, and I want to apply this code on the second paragraph p2. So what I'll do is I will come to paragraph p2. I will give the class as color, and I will come over here and I will say color, and inside of this parenthesis I will paste all those lines. I will save this code. I will come and refresh this page. Okay, so now as can be seen, I'm getting this beautiful gradient, and this is how you could apply gradient to any paragraph or even the background, and make things work for you. Okay, so it's always a good idea to make use of this CSS generator if you want to make things look better. Okay, so thanks for watching, and see you all guys in my next class. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS 3 generator class. In this class we will look at how to generate the button. Okay, so directly come over here, and whatever text that you want on your button, just type it over here. So I will say click me, and this is the font size. You could change the font size with the help of this button, and you could change the padding, and This is the roundness of the button. If you want to change the borders, then you could do that from here, and whatever color that you want on your button, then you could put the RGB color. Let me pick this color only, okay, and I will paste it over here. So basically this is the text color, and now let me change the background. So when it comes to background, this is the angle what is given. It's all about the gradient, and this is the start color. You could put over here, and end color you could put over here, just like how we have seen in our previous class. And this is the drop shadow, okay. So drop shadow is basically the shadow what is seen in the background, and you could change the direction, you could make it blur, and this is how you could change the opacity of that shadow. And next is a text shadow, okay. So when it comes to the text shadow, it is related to this text, and you could change its opacity, and you could change the distance, and if you want to change the angle, you could do that from this point. And after doing all these things, this is the HTML code, okay. HTML code for that button. Just copy this code and paste it inside the body, okay. I'll be pasting it about the paragraph. I will paste this about the paragraph, and this is the generated code, and I will copy this generated code, and this generated code should be put inside the style. So now what I'll do is I will give, okay, so class button has been given already, so I will say dot button, and I will paste that entire code inside of this parenthesis. I will save this with Control plus yes, and I will come over here and I will refresh this, and now this is the button what I'm getting, okay. So this is how you could make changes with the button. And as can be seen, this is like overlapping on the paragraph P1, so I don't want that button to overlap, so I'll be giving it a little bit of margin, okay. So if you guys remember, in the previous class we have studied about the margin, so I'll be giving a little bit of margin, and if I'm just coming and refreshing, then it is still not shifting itself. Okay, so as can be seen, this margin property is not working because this is completely different element, and even if I'm like giving the margin, it will be pushing away the elements away from this particular thing. But this button is actually not inside any element, it's an individual element, okay. If I'm like, if I was putting this button inside the division and all, then this would have worked. But as of now, let's just make use of the BR. BR tag is basically, it is used to separate content. So if I'm like giving two BR tags, and if I'm saving this and refreshing my page, and now I'm getting that space, okay. So you could you should be having very good knowledge about the other tags as well, okay. So you might not know at what point what tag you might be using, so you should be having good knowledge about the HTML and then the CSS, then only you could proceed to the app development, okay. So thanks for watching, keep learning, and in next class we will learn something new, okay. See you all guys in my next class. So what's up guys, welcome to CSS3 generator class, and in this class we will see how to generate the radius, okay. So if I want to change the radius of the top corner, then I'll be sliding this, and if I want the radius to be this big, then this is how I should be sliding. And currently I'll be changing the radius of the top right and the bottom left corner. So I will keep this radius this much only, okay. So if you want to change from this side also, and this side also, you could do that, but I want to keep the radius this way only, okay. So now what I'll do is I will come over here and I will copy this generated code, and I will go to my Visual Studio Code, and now let me just apply this property on this second paragraph, okay. So in order to apply this property on the second paragraph, I'll be giving one more class over here which will be called red, and in order to call this class I'll be saying dot red. Okay, so when it comes to the calling the class, you could say name of the element dot class, or you could directly call the class. Okay, so I could say dot red, and I could copy paste those properties inside, or I could say p dot red. There is not there won't be any problem. Okay, so if you want to apply this property on the multiple elements, then it is always a good idea to make use of the dot red. So dot after name of the class, and now I'll be pasting those properties from those generated place, and this is that code. I will save this. I will come over here and I will refresh. Okay, so now as can be seen, the radius from the top and the bottom has been changed, because these were the properties which were applied by us over here. Okay, so this is how you could make changes, and this is the output what you will get. And now if suppose I want to change, now if suppose I want to apply this property on the paragraph p1, then I will copy this code. Okay, I will go to the paragraph p1. I will give the class as radius 2, and I will call that radius 2 over here, and I will paste all those properties inside, and I will save this with Ctrl plus yes. I will come over here and I will refresh now. Okay, so now as can be seen, these are the two different properties applied on two different elements, and you could make your work a little bit easier with the help of the CSS3 generator. Okay, so thanks guys for watching. This was all about CSS3 generator.